Good afternoon. It is 3:01. I'm Joseph O'Donnell, live from the 104.5 The Zone Circus Sports at the Mid-Kentucky Downs Studios. The New York Knicks are headed to the NBA Finals after sweeping the Cavs 4-0 in the Eastern Conference Finals. This will be the Knicks' first Finals appearance since 1999, and they will await the winner of OKC versus San Antonio. Thunder and Spurs face off tonight in OKC for Game 5 of the series, tied at 2. In NFL news today, Andy Slater reports that Falcons defensive end James Pierce Jr., who is approved for a program that could lead to the case against him be dismissed after just 1 year. Pierce's ex-girlfriend, Rakia Jackson, also dropped her request for a permanent restraining order. In college baseball news, Vanderbilt has missed the NCAA tournament for the first time in 20 seasons. Tennessee landed a 2-seed in Chapel Hill Regional as they will face East Carolina on Friday at 11 a.m. in the double elimination tournament. For our Foundation Apparel, whatever needs, you need to visit usscan.com. Bring news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
What's happening, good people? Welcome into 3HL on 104.5 The Zone. You know what time it is. It's Tuesday. We call it Tupac Tuesdays around here. We're fresh off of Memorial Day weekend. That's an extended weekend for the good people out there and the people that gave us the opportunity to do so, laying their lives on the line. And I hope you all took advantage of it and rested and remembered and then got on the grill, got real full like myself. Babsy, what's happening?
What's up? Yo. You were on the grill this weekend.
Babsy, listen.
I saw the video.
Hey, listen, Babs. This is what I want the people to know.
What I did miss was my delivery of said food from the grill.
Listen, though, Babs, I promise you, I can promise you, when I posted that video, first thing I said, I wonder if Babs and them at the crib, I ought to take us somebody else. Because not only did I do the grill, but we cooked so much freaking food. It was ridiculous. Like, we had, from back-to-back days, Sunday we had chicken and dressing, greens, sweet potatoes, macaroni and cheese. Dang. Then flipped over to Monday and got all the grill, then baked beans, potato salad. It's too much food. Oh. So I was trying to figure out a way to get rid of it too. So. But I'm eating it again tonight.
Me and Baby Babs would have come over.
Man, I should have, man. But I tell you one thing, after my year hiatus, Babsy, knees struggling, from the grill. Like I couldn't get out there like I wanted to. You know what I mean? People being out there abusing my grills, not doing what they're supposed to. So I had to get them back in shape. I had to put them through conditioning drills. Yeah. So that's what I did, like, what was that, Mother's Day, when I was forced to grill. Not by choice. But did that. I didn't do so good on my steaks, though, Babs, on that first week out.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was a little embarrassed.
Was it a new grill, too?
No, it was the same grill. I just ain't been on it in a year. You know what I mean?
Practice.
And then, so what? I ain't gonna tell that part, but because I ain't gonna give my secrets away. But I will say I got a little distracted on day one when I was back out there.
A little overcooked?
Yeah, because of tequila.
Yeah. Oh, tequila.
So I switched it from my grill to my warmer and had it on my pan. And I said, I'm going to let it simmer for a little bit, let it get moist. And I started taking shots. And the next thing I know, 45 minutes, I forgot. I was like, dog, let me go check on my steaks. And them bad boys, they were still, the flavor was in them, but it was a burnt flavor. So I was like, you know what? I got to redeem myself.
Oh, boy.
So I redeemed myself yesterday, though. I seasoned them bad boys, let them marinate for 24 hours, got my wings, put my special, I still got my sauce. Just because my knee wasn't working, that allowed me not to get on the grill. But my sauce mixing,
you kept that going.
Yeah, I was on point with that. So round of applause for Big Slay. So a lot of people were asking, man, why you didn't let us see what was on the grill last time? Because it wasn't ready to be seen. But y'all saw this time. So some ribeyes, some strips, thighs, wings, turkey burgers, and some salmon. Knocked it out, man. You know what I mean?
Salmon.
Yeah, you got to get the salmon in there, Babs. You know what I mean? So that was all good, man. But great turnout. No food left as far as grilled food. Got one half of a ribeye left. But we got other little stuff. But great weekend. Really good weekend. Saw a lot of people being safe out there. Oh, I got an announcement. Hold up, Zephyr, what's up behind the glass?
What up?
Okay, I'm in the building. Yeah. We can cut the short, Zephyr. I don't even feel like doing it. this is what I want to tell everybody. PSA, y'all, there you go, Zelfa. This is presented by Unc now. Announcements. Y'all know Nashville is really growing, y'all. And this is for the parents out there. Kids are out of school. Nashville is really growing. It's not the Nashville we used to know. And I mean this from like 4 or 5 years ago. Not even when I was young, early 90s, late 80s, none of that. I'm talking about the same Nashville from 2010 ain't the same Nashville in 2026.
Yeah,
so,
no kidding.
dog, what you got to be careful
from
about.
2007.
Yeah, exactly. It's totally different. Totally different. But it's always going to be, this is an entertainment, I don't want to say capital of the world because you still got Vegas and New York and all them. But
It's
in
one
the
of them.
South, we right there, man. We at Atlanta's doorstep. You know what I'm saying? As far as entertaining and stuff like that. So it's going to be continuing growing. It's going to be continuous growing. And there's going to be new people coming here all the time that you don't know. I know you feel safe. But, man, when you travel in packs, man. Like 2 or 3 people, you know what I mean?
Talking about like downtown?
Yeah, downtown. Anywhere. Any events, parties, wherever you go. And y'all don't leave your people behind. Like, don't. Like,
What brought this up?
I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
So when people get fried, I saw an instance. A person got
first
fried.
of all, downtown Nashville was nuts this weekend.
It was shoulder to shoulder in the
Like,
street
you
and
could not
everything.
even move. They did
That
it.
was
They
ridiculous.
should have closed the roads.
They should have.
They absolutely should have.
That
There
was
was not
ridiculous.
enough space on those sidewalks. You had, I mean, nobody could move. That it was a safety hazard.
Right.
You know?
That ain't
So
comfortable.
it would, no, you couldn't pay me enough to be down there in that. Ugh.
That ain't-
Sweaty people touching you.
Right,
Ugh.
right.
Ugh.
And they got the barriers where you couldn't even get over there on the street if you wanted to.
Yeah, so it was just a disaster. But anyway.
So, so I'm seeing
packed.
like when people go out in packs, I saw an instance where a guy was left behind and he was fried turkey. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know where to send him and you don't want to, you know what I mean, get him arrested or anything like that. You know what I mean? When he just out there incoherent, you know what I mean? But had his partners with him and they done went off and left him, probably went to another spot. So I say that to say, man, that's not healthy. I remember our parents used to always tell us, man, when y'all go out, y'all stick together. It makes sense now that I'm older. You know what I'm saying? And you know how the world works. It's people, man, kidnapping. It's people doing strange things out here.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Just like Buddy, prime example, y'all remember, was it about a year ago when Buddy wandered over there in the Cumberland River?
And
You know what I'm saying?
died?
Yeah, and died, you know? And then there was another one that just popped up. A lady or something that went over there. They ended up finding her. So, dog, be careful, man. Make sure you check on your people. Everybody get back safe. Even if you got to take them back to the room, the Airbnb, home, then y'all come back out and party or something. But, man, y'all got to make sure everybody gets back safe. So, that's my public service announcement.
Love
presented by
it.
Unc. Yeah.
There
Other
you
than
go.
that, great
Take
weekend.
care of each other. Yes.
Take care of each other, man. We do it all the time. If y'all see me fried, y'all gonna make sure I get back to my room.
Yeah, we don't worry about you as much.
Like,
You exist on a completely different level when you're fried.
yeah, it's ready to roll.
We don't worry about
It's
you.
ready to roll up.
Yes. Zoltan Carson in the chat. Hey guys, where is Yorl?
Oh,
He will be back tomorrow
Will be
for
back.
sure. Got some great news today,
Yes, indeed.
and he will be back in the building tomorrow.
Yes.
We miss him.
Yep.
We
Absolutely.
miss him. But
Absolutely.
yes,
Can't wait to
he'll
get
be
him
back.
back.
So can't wait to get him back. The show today. We have Jim Wyatt coming up in our next segment. We've got Chris Lowe on 3 Sports at 5:20 to chat with him. We have a really cool kind of idea, thanks to Daniel Jeremiah, that we're going to do during the 4 o'clock hour. He said, so he put this out on Twitter and basically said, okay, I want to revisit this concept for every NFL team. And it is the thought that in order to have a championship foundation, you have to fill 12 spots on an NFL team, okay? 1 quarterback, 3 offensive playmakers,
Okay.
3 quality offensive linemen, which can attest. Our big ragu, Ramon Foster, says that all the time, says if you have 3 solid guys, you're good to go there. 2 pass rushers and 3 defensive playmakers.
Interesting.
So that's his list. So at 4 o'clock in the 4 o'clock hour, we will invite you in to discuss this, and we'll go through and see how close the Titans are to a championship foundation
Like
that
it.
you have to have. So basically, I think prior to this, he went back to every Super Bowl winning team and did the deep dive into what does every single Super Bowl winning team have on a roster. So, that'll be kind of fun. We'll see how close are the Titans to that championship foundation, and if they're not close, what are they missing, and can they get close next year?
We will comb through it. We'll comb through that depth chart.
What does it look like?
Yep. Depth chart. It's a death trap.
Death trap?
Death trap.
Hey, listen.
Blooming.
You want to look at this offensive line, you could absolutely call it a death trap of a depth chart. But who knows? Maybe we will be surprised this weekend.
I think so.
Over the weekend, did you pay attention to, I know you were out grilling all the time, but Lady Vols softball earns a Women's College World Series bid.
Dope for them.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to them. The NCAA baseball tournament seedings are out. I saw some odds on that too, Slay. If you want to check it out for your parlay, I'll send it to you. Vols with the 2 seed in the Chapel Hill Regional, which is exactly what we said at one point when they decided their pitching staff starters, right? Like, okay, in their mind, they're like, oh, we know we're a 2 seed regardless. Like, let's save our arms kind of thing. Vandy out. First time in 20 years. 20 years.
That's tough, man.
It's shocking.
They had 19 straight seasons streak into this season.
It's amazing, especially from the aspect of they've been carrying the flag for Vanderbilt. And now men's basketball, women's basketball, football.
All the other sports have come up, and now baseball's going to equalize.
Yeah, volleyball there, like popping, like it's everybody's pulling their weight now. And man, you would expect them to be right there in the front, but I miss it this year.
Listen, Two-Tone Blues, it is way too early to be throwing shots at Auburn around here.
Hey, Auburn's hosting.
Vols don't suck at something. Thank goodness we aren't Auburn. Auburn's baseball team is legit.
Auburn's hosting. They're one of 7 SEC teams that are hosting a regional.
One of 7.
7. God, there's 12 SEC teams that are in.
Let's go, y'all. Let's go, SEC.
12 of 16?
Yeah, 12 of 16.
That's nuts.
No, sorry. 7 of 16 are hosting.
12 of 16 are in.
Yes, and then 12 of 16 are of the SEC teams are in.
I love it.
The other SEC team that's not in, that we'll talk about later, LSU, snaps a 14-year streak.
God.
So 20-year and a 14-year
Isn't it crazy how NIL completely changed the playing field?
Yep.
I mean, it really did.
Yep.
Because for years, Corbs didn't necessarily have the money to recruit, but he could sell everything else. It's Vanderbilt, it's Nashville, it's educational, the education you get to live in this city. It's one of the best baseball programs in the entire country and always has been. He's one of the best coaches ever to walk the earth. He's salt of the earth, all of that. And now all of a sudden NIL comes in and that playing field is a little bit more even. Crazy.
Absolutely.
All right. So we have Jim Wyatt joining the show, TennesseeTitans.com. That is coming up next after the break. We'll hit him on Titans OTAs, see what he's seen, what he thinks, and maybe jump into some of this rookie talk.
I like it.
Yeah, and some people out there are just criticizing the heck out of the Titans for the drills that they do. It's a social media clip of 20 seconds that, just tells all, apparently.
The whole story of the OTAs.
Anyway, we'll talk to Jimmy Wyatt after the break. Stick around, 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
What's happening, good people? Big Slay coming to you. No mattress ever been returned in 13 years. That's what I'm talking about. The UnitedMattress.com is where you need to head to make sure you get in on this. When you talk about sleep, there is none like it. I'm promising you this. I'm guaranteeing you this. The most difficult part of having this bed is you saying I got to get up because you never want to get up. I'm telling you, man, the bed hugs you like no other. And yeah, I know all these mattresses and everything, the cooling temperature and all that ain't got nothing to do with this. You're sleeping on air, people. It adapts to you. You control it. It is phenomenal. I've never had rest like this in my entire life. You can do the exact same thing. No technology like this mattress in the residential market. I'm telling you right now, you're floating on air. While laying on this mattress, you got no pressure at any of your spots. No joint, hip, shoulder, back pressure because no part of my body is sinking into the foam like the other mattresses. Body is floating on air. It's hard to explain, but this is the way you go check it out. Go to the website and watch the video. I'm going to also post it on my socials. TheUnitedMattress.com. What's happening, good people? Welcome back into 3HL right here on 104.5 The Zone on this good Tuesday. We appreciate you coming off the Memorial Day weekend, hanging with us, getting back in the groove of things. Some people going to work, some people going on vacation, but
I want to go on vacation.
I mean, don't we all? The constant is, though, Babsy, you're hanging with us today, so
That's
we appreciate that, man.
No, I mean, if you can't go on vacation, what's better?
Yeah, us. We're like a... Well, I was going to say a mental vacation, but I'm not sure about that. Facebook.
We're a mental case.
Right, that's every bit
That's
of it.
for sure.
YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Get in there, get active in the chat what's happening. And also 615-737-1045. After we finish up with Jimmy, if you want to hit on anything, we are open for you. But right now.
At least we have some credibility to bring into this show.
This is who it is.
What up, Jimmy?
Jim Wyatt.
Jimmy, are you
guys,
going
good
on
day.
vacation?
At some point, I'll be going on vacation, but it's not this week. Yeah, we're wrapping up OTAs. Maybe get a little break here at some point in the coming weeks, and then be ready for training camp after that. You know, the vacation time flies by.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
When does the team get the vacation time?
Well, it's kind of a different schedule this year, in that next week is kind of a quieter week where they're not on the field, and then they will come back the following week for another round of OTAs and a mini camp. And then there's a long stretch from about June the 18th or 19th, whenever that wraps, all the way up until training camp starts, which is at the end of July. They decide to give them a week now, which is next week, I think, just to kind of cut that long stretch.
Yeah.
Put a week off of that because they don't want guys to be gone for too long. So the players actually get a little bit of a break next week, and then come back for 2 more weeks, and the off-season program will end, and then they'll kind of go their separate ways before coming back for camp.
Yeah, they better stay in shape with this regime, right?
Yeah.
No
No
doubt.
doubt. Yeah, I think it's been a good off-season so far. He just wrapped up OTA number 4 today. He got another one tomorrow, another one on Friday. And then, as I mentioned, a break, and then you come back for wrap up the OTAs in a mini camp. But I think the intensity has been good in these practices. I think the competition's been really good. I think the coaching staff is really getting the most out of these guys. You know, a couple of position groups I always notice is certainly the defensive line. Those guys that get after it. I've mentioned that on here before. A lot of these other groups, with new drills, kind of a new spirit about them. So I think everything has looked good from a chemistry, team building standpoint from what I've seen.
No doubt. And then we will get to hear from Coach and some players again on Friday after that OTA session. The media will get to watch that as well. So I know you mentioned defense, and we're certainly excited about that. But I want to talk offense because, doesn't everybody want to talk offense at this point
Best thing going.
in the offseason? Yes. What to you, you are embedded, you have seen this franchise for years, but what feels different about the Titans offense now after just a little preview of what you've seen at OTAs?
I just think more playmakers, more guys to get the ball to, and there have been some times here where you had a playmaker or two, and one of those guys gets hurt, and it changes the look of the whole offense. I think now when I watch practice and see guys at the receiver position making plays, guys at tight end position, certainly some running backs who are capable. I think that's what is different this year is you got more options to go to. Carnell Tate, had a tremendous day last Friday at the open OTA, got a lot of attention for that, but you've got returners in Alec Manor and Chim DK. You've got Calvin Ridley, who's back. You've got Wandell Robinson, who caught a heck of a lot of balls with the Giants. So that's a pretty good 5-pack right there. And then at the tight end position, Gunnar Helm should be better in year 2 after making strides last year. Daniel Bellinger joins the group. I think certainly that's a good 1-2 punch at that position. And then, Pollard's been very consistent since he's been here. Tyjae Spears, just a matter of him staying healthy or throw Nick Singleton in the group. So that's a lot of guys I've named that have some level of experience and productivity. And now you've got a quarterback who's got 17 games under his belt too, who can get them the football. So I think that's what's different, is more options and a coordinator in Brian Dable who knows how to get the most of them.
So it's interesting. In the 4 o'clock hour, Daniel Jeremiah put this out. He brought this back up. He had put this out, I think, a couple of years ago, honestly. But basically, it's the thought that for every NFL team to build this championship foundation, there are 12 spots that you have to fill. Since we're talking offense, obviously quarterback is one of them, but the list includes 3 offensive playmakers. Do you think this is a team at this point that finally could have 3 offensive playmakers? I feel like it's been a while where you've had like the 3 solid, go-to options at any point.
Yeah, I think so. I think Ridley fits that category as long as he can stay healthy. I mean, he's a guy who's produced, number of 1,000-yard seasons in this league. If he stays healthy, he can be one of those guys. I'm not going to put a whole bunch on Tate. I think he's going to be good, but he's a rookie, and he's going to have to prove it once the season starts. But I think he's got tremendous potential. I guess as you count running backs as playmakers, I think Tony Pollard is in that group.
I would, yeah.
Another 1,000-yard season, and
especially how you use him, right?
Yeah. So and then Wan'Dale Robinson coming off 1,000-yard year. So those are 3 there, just from that group, with others potentially being there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think from a playmaker standpoint, since that's the topic, I think the Titans have got some guys that can do some special things.
So you mentioned Carnell Tate, not putting that on him as a rookie, but does he look like a number 1? Is that a loaded question for you?
Yeah, right now, he's had a great practice. On Friday when reporters were out there, and so got people excited. It's May the 26th. And he hasn't practiced once in pads yet, and hasn't faced NFL competition. So I can't say at this point that he looks like a number 1, just because he's, it's a long runway to get to the season, and he's going to have to compete in these games and in these joint practices. He's going to go through some growing pains. But I don't think you pick him number 4 overall if you don't think he can blossom into just a tremendous playmaker for you. But it's going to be an adjustment for him to get there. He's not going to have every practice is not going to look like the one he had on Friday, where he caught 3 touchdowns and 6 passes and just made one play after the next. I think
that would be nice.
He'll have to go through some practices where he'll have some drops, and defenders will test him and get physical with him. But I like his makeup. I think he catches the ball extremely well. I think he's faster than what his 40 time was leading up to the draft. I think he's very mature, certainly been through a lot to get to this stage, and he's just got to keep it going.
Jim Wyatt with us, TennesseeTitans.com, senior writer. Jimmy, speaking of seniors and leadership, this is one when we talk about the defense, you automatically go to Big Jeff because he's the polarizing figure, not only for his size, but the way he plays as well in this league. Another guy, though, veteran status, you did a great article on it, and I wanted you to hit on it a little bit, with Armani Hooker, him walking into year 8, his mentality, how he's getting guys adapted, and the role that he's starting to play now to a guy like Winston, where he was just in that role, it seems like yesterday, with Kevin Byard.
Yeah, it's crazy just how much time has flown by. He talked a little bit about that last week, just about, how he learned from KB, and that's hard to believe he's going into year 8. Things are different for Amani now, and that he has so many veteran players around him, whether it's Alontae Taylor or Cordell Flott or, certainly a guy who's been working a lot at safety, and Tony Adams now. He's got a veteran group in front of him. All that should benefit Amani, but a couple of young guys too, like Kevin Winston, who I think is going to be a stud in this defense, and I think I'm really looking forward to that pairing this year, because I think Winston's got a chance to impact the game a great deal, and Amani just kind of will settle guys down and take advantage of having guys back there that know what they're doing.
Yeah. When you look at this group, Jimmy, this secondary, when you look at guys like you named, Alontae Taylor, Cordell Flott, you got these guys. What is the feel in watching this group? Because we talk about time passing, and we're used to seeing getting a rookie acclimated, like a Roger McCreary when he came in. I just went blank on my guy's name that went to Philly. The Jets.
Brownlee, probably.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
And
Jarvis.
Jarvis Brownlee.
How
exactly.
can you forget that? He's going to be a gorilla in grass.
Yeah, exactly. but those guys are also guys, Jimmy, that you had to watch develop, and coaches had to take under the wing and bring them along. Now you get a guys like you just talked about, veteran guys that have a resume coming along, playing alongside each other, just getting to know each other and this defense. Different feel as far as watching those guys versus the rookies that you had to come to, Caleb Fallers, that you were trying to get acclimated. We didn't get much, but that's got to be a different feel when you're watching.
Yeah, it is. I mean, and just watching them work. I mean, those other guys, as you mentioned, went through a lot of growing pains and had to be coached up a lot more and settled down, and you had to go through some learning experiences for them. And then when I see Flott and Alontae Taylor and Tony Adams, for that matter, who has worked a good deal back there as well. I think I watch them, and they're out there putting in time early and late, and they're kind of leading the group. I think it's definitely a different feel, and that these guys know what they're doing. They know what they have to put their bodies through to get to the start of the season, and know that they've got to not only get themselves better, but people better around them. So I think the leadership standpoint is great. Coaches obviously still trying to get the most out of these guys, but these guys are kind of coaching each other up, to be honest. I mean, I think it's valuable to have position coaches and defensive coordinators and other people in the room kind of showing you the way, but when you've got leadership in the room and guys who have played a bunch of games, that helps the Marcus Harrises of the world, and that helps the Kevin Winstons of the world, and that helps some of these other guys try to find their footing along the way.
All right, well, there's been clips put out. You've done a great job of the Titans team doing a great job of putting out clips to kind of keep people abreast to what's going on and up to speed. The coaches seem to be very, very the personality seems to be coming out in each coach, and it's looking like a lot of different personalities, Jimmy. How they seem to be meshing, because one thing you can feel from watching these videos, even though it's fun-loving, people poking fun at each other, and it's still early, but you can feel the competitive fire, if you will, coming from these videos.
Yeah, and one position, and I know it's been kind of well documented, and people talk about it since the practice was open last week. But some coaches are more intense than others. A couple of guys. Dable is very fiery. Not only motivating his players and celebrating with his players, but also challenging the defense. Another guy, Aaron Whitecotton, who's the defensive line coach. He knows Jim Washburn. Certainly has a past with Jim and knows how to get the most out of his players. And I watch him practice and see how he works with these guys and see how he responds to them. There's a different intensity that's coming, I think, from his group. You watch the defensive line group in practice; those guys are going at it. Marquand Manuel, who's a defensive back safeties coach, he's another high intensity, motivating type player. Type coach, I should say. It is nice to kind of sit back and learn these personalities during the course of the off season and watching how guys work. And then you see Robert Saleh, who maybe is not the most outspoken guy at practice, but certainly has a presence about him and goes through the stretch period and gives every guy in the line knuckles on a lot of days, just kind of motivating them to get through practice and to let them know that he's watching. So it's a different feel, and it's been cool to kind of see the personalities of these new coaches and players as well, because it's so different out here.
One guy, shifting back to these rookies, what were your takes on Anthony Hill Jr.? He seems to be being that sponge, like very vibrant, waiting to pick up on everything, very attentive as well. Thoughts on him, Jimmy? How's he getting acclimated?
Yeah. I mean, he is a football junkie. You could tell that from the first day we talked to him right after he was picked. I mean, he seemed like he knew all the top players at his position group that he watched growing up. Certainly couldn't wait to get here and learn from the veterans. He had a pick on Friday. He picked off your guy Hendon Hooker, made a heck of a play in a period, and it's fun to watch. I mean, the competition there is going to be interesting because Cedric Gray's coming off a tremendous year. Cody Barton's kind of been a guy that rallies the troops, very productive himself. I thought he finished last year strong. And then to throw Hill in there, I mean, there's only a certain number of spots, a certain number of snaps. I think all those guys will play. But Hill is going to push him because he's big, he's physical, he's fast, and he's hungry. So been really cool watching him right out of the gate. I didn't even mention James Williams, who's in the mix too. I mean, he's a guy that's played some and is going to be on this team because of what he can do on special teams. So that's a pretty good foursome.
Keldrick Falk, has he signed yet?
He's the only guy who has not signed. Yeah, everybody else has signed, but he's practicing. That doesn't keep him from practicing. I think a lot of times it's just a matter of maybe what's happening around him. And as far as
I was going to say, is that weird nowadays?
That a guy's not signed by now?
Yeah.
Not necessarily. I mean, I think it's what's crazy. It's still just crazy to me that you could have an 8-man draft class with an 8-man or 9-man draft class. Have this draft class and have all but one of them signed at this point, because I remember the days when you have holdouts for camp. So it's just kind of an afterthought that these guys are going to sign. I don't think there's any kind of issue there on why he hasn't signed yet. Sometimes it's just a matter, again, of waiting for other players in your position, that are slotted around you, some of those contracts to get done, because there's some other factors that go in play with these deals.
Okay. What'd you see from him since he is practicing?
I think he's physically, he looks the part. He's 6'5", 274 pounds. He he explodes off of the football and at the snap. I always hesitate to rave too much about the linemen at this stage, just because these guys don't have pads on, and defense has the advantage in situations like that at this point. But I think you can definitely see what the Titans saw in him when they picked him that early.
Mm-hmm. Jimmy, hate to bring this up, but Vanderbilt baseball, man, missed the postseason. First time in 20 years they're not there. Are you okay?
I'm okay. Yeah, it's been a great run, and the run's not over. Certainly got a tremendous coach. It's just, crazy to me, people questioning Tim Corbin, and people don't remember the way it used to be before he got here. He knows what he's doing. Certainly I know he is re-examining ways that he can get this program back to where it was when it was winning national championships, and I have complete confidence and faith that he's going to do that. But certainly makes my decisions on what I'm doing in June a lot easier. A lot of times I had to plan around Vandy baseball and made sure I had my Omaha weekend saved on the calendar, and so I don't have to worry about that. I got a son getting married in June, late June the 20th this year, I think, which we're right around that time, so I won't have a conflict.
Oh, well, that's fun. I didn't realize that. Congrats.
Yeah, get your dancing shoes out, Jimmy. Let's cut the road,
baby. I like it. All right, there he is, Jim Wyatt, our favorite. Always appreciate you taking some time, Jimmy, and we'll see you Friday at the Open OTA.
Okay, y'all have a good week. Appreciate it.
All right, Jimmy.
Thanks, Jim. There he is, Jim Wyatt, TennesseeTitans.com. Always puts out great content there. And then, he's always got his mailbag if you want
Mailbag
to
always open.
email him something insane. Please do, because he always answers. Always.
May not
Check
be the
him
answer
out.
you want either, but
That's
you
right.
get the answer.
TennesseeTitans.com. All right, we will jump into maybe a little bit of baseball, softball talk, and we'll set up our 4 o'clock segment, which I think is going to be fun, piggybacking off of a Jeremiah. What's his name? I just went
Daniel
blank.
Jeremiah.
Daniel
Daniel,
Jeremiah. Thank you. Goodness.
I'm with you, man.
Oh, my
Believe
brain
me,
fog
man,
from the weekend. Yes.
telling you.
Piggying off of a tweet from him talking about what you need for a championship foundation. We will see if the Titans are there. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
What's happening, good people? Big Slay here, and you know what time it is. It's time for you to get in that mirror and see exactly what you're looking like and what you can change. Let's start up top, the hair. That's right. You may be feeling a little different because you see a little bit of thinning. Your confidence may be lacking just a bit, but got an opportunity to get that done, taken care of. Go to We Grow Hair, PAI Medical. They got advanced FUE hair transplant technique that is minimally invasive procedure where individual follicles are extracted and placed with precision for natural-looking coverage. It means a much faster recovery than those old strip method procedures that they've been known to use. Not them, but people. 30 years of experience sitting right there at PAI. Now, understand it has been proven, permanent solutions, and I'm one that is proven too. Give me about 3 more months, boy. You're going to see this hair. I'm talking about I might come through with braids. You never know. I'm just telling you, man, you're going to fail the confidence. And right now, if you go in there and tell them Slay sent you, you get the consultation, free laser session, and $500 off your next hair transplant procedure. 615-376-6010 is the number, 376-6010. Hit them up at WeGrowHair.com. What's happening, good people? Welcome back into 3HL on 104.5 The Zone. That was Jim Wyatt that just ended with us at TennesseeTitans.com. Y'all go check out, like Babsy said, his stores. Got plenty of mailbag room for you to jump in and get some questions answered. If you're feeling a certain way about any of that, what are your thoughts on the rookies and what they hit on? Don't forget, we'll be hitting on it a little later in the show as well. Just how people stack up to what was it, Babsy? The spots that you need to have a successful team?
Foundation.
Not even a successful team, a championship foundation. That's even better than just success. Okay, we'll definitely dive into that. But
Well, number one is QB.
yeah, most definitely.
Do we feel like the Titans have that?
I mean, I think the jury is deliberating.
Yes.
But there is a QB1 there. Now, will he be a fit and bring the success that we're looking for? I think that's a whole nother question. But do we have QB1? I absolutely believe so. But you also have to have somebody to block for QB1, so which goes to the other point about people being able to have that 3 out of the 5 up front to kind of make those guys join together. I did think something interesting with Jimmy that he did hit on, and I think a lot of us are forgetting about, and I'm going to go through the depth chart just to make sure.
Talk to me.
James Williams, man.
Oh, yeah. We don't bring him up.
I don't think enough.
You brought him up a couple weeks ago, actually.
But it all reminded me when we went out there to camp and we were watching him, like, he looks like a freak. Mm-hmm. Like, the way the dude is built, the way he can move at that size. Like, you just got to find a spot for him. And I was talking to a rep, man, and the rep was telling me it's going to be different and we also had another rep in, Mark Mariani, that was talking about it as well. But I was talking to a defensive guy. He was like, man, it's totally different when you're out there and you play on instincts and you don't have to think. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we're hearing that quite a bit with this new regime about the old regime in comparison. Like, it was a lot of schemes on both sides of the ball, schemes that you had to go through. It was a lot of thinking. Like, guys didn't get to react the way they needed to. You had to think and then go instead of just going and then countering. So it's going to be interesting. A guy with his size, James Williams, like, this dude is, 6'4", 230. That's what he's listed as. Like, and can move. So you get him going downhill, I think it's a little bit different. Cedric Gray paired with Anthony Hill Jr., I think you find something different. Jermaine Johnson, like all these Keldrick Falk, all of these guys, man, Solomon Thomas. Like, we got some guys, man, in that front seven that I think not being mentioned enough because who sticks out, John Franklin Myers, because of what he's done, Jeffrey Simmons, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But these new guys that haven't proven themselves yet with an opportunity to do so in a new system where they just to go in attack mode, that's a little bit different. Mm-hmm. I like the sound of that. So,
unfortunately for James Williams last year, because remember last offseason we were deliberating whether or not he was going to beat out Cedric Gray. Him and Cedric Gray were in a legit competition for that second linebacker spot. And unfortunately for him, he lost out to Cedric Gray. And we saw why, because of what Cedric Gray did during the season, having one of the better linebacker seasons in Titans history. Mm-hmm. And then now that you bring in, Anthony Hill as a third-round rookie, or second-round rookie, sorry. He was a
first-round talent, though.
First round, lots of talent. Mm-hmm. That unfortunately knocks James Williams back again down on that depth chart. So for him, I think that role to make an impact on this team is what he has been and what he did last year, special teams, and continuing to develop and become that special teams weapon that every team needs.
Yep. Don't go against that at all. I wouldn't be surprised if he was standing up on the edge coming at one time too. So trying to go get a quarterback, just a little throw off. So just because of that size, dog, that's hard to work with, man. So year 3 going into him, right?
Correct. He was part of that 2024 draft.
Yeah. Yep. So it's a lot of potential there. That's what I'm saying. So it's up to this staff, this regime, to be able to develop these guys and put them in the spots where they can really flourish, especially when you start talking about going into year 3. And we do have the guys there that can do that, I believe. You know what Bones can do. To your point, he just created a rookie, helped a rookie become a Pro Bowler. Mm-hmm. in Chimere DK. Like, I mean, that's don't just go find Pro Bowlers.
Doesn't just
You
happen.
know what I'm saying? Don't just happen in year one like that. So it's a lot on the brink that could be happening.
So, yeah, Friday is another open OTA for media. Friday, and then after that, not till June 11th. So we get to hear from Saleh, get another look at some of these rookies, some more conversation pieces.
Yeah.
Obviously, no pads, but, you at least kind of get to see what it all looks like. So I'm going to try and go out there on Friday.
Hey.
You want to go with me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go out there.
Yeah, maybe it'll stop raining.
Might enjoy it.
Has
That's-
it not rained for 2 freaking weeks?
Everywhere.
Before Mayor left on his little vacation here, we were talking about that. He was like, it's going to rain for the next 9 days.
Yep.
I was like, no, it's not, Mayor. Stop.
To be fair, we
Been
needed
coming
it.
down.
I know we needed it,
He's
but
saying
now
It
we
was
needed it.
dry out there, but
all of my flowers are like drowned. They have
too much.
drowned. They are dead. I was so proud of myself for keeping them alive, and now
they'll pop back up once the sun comes back out. They'll pop back
I
up.
need the sun to, help us out a
Don't
little bit.
drown us.
Is it gonna rain tomorrow again?
Guaranteed.
Oh gosh, don't put that out there,
I'm
Phyllis.
I'm just saying. I don't
mean-
want it out there.
Seriously, I mean, you've got
Oh, it
these
said
kids
tomorrow
have
night.
like soccer tryouts
Yeah.
and competition.
It is supposed to. It
Sports
is supposed to rain.
tryouts.
It is supposed to rain on Friday again, though.
See?
For the love,
Tomorrow's Wednesday, 61% all day.
61.
Yep.
That's
then
pretty
Friday, 61%.
Yeah, Friday is supposed to rain like in the morning. Actually, all day,
high. That's
really.
when OTA is
All day.
We can't be out there with the thunder and lightning.
They might put you in the bubble.
No, it ain't hot in the
Bubbles so
bubble.
stuffy.
Yeah, I hate bubbles.
Too many people.
I hate the bubbles.
I hate the bubble.
I like outside in the elements of them.
Keith said it's only day 5. No, it's not, Keith. It's like day 80.
Yeah. Easily.
Feels like it.
Easily. Easily.
Yes.
Trying to get outside, get vitamin D, man.
Also, somebody said Levis ain't a QB1. Is that Karen? Yeah, we know.
Yeah. We passed
Did you see
on
his
that one.
mom started a nonprofit?
I saw that.
And she was on, whose podcast was that? Ross Tucker's,
Yeah.
talking about the video that got out there of him and his old girlfriend and how he paid an exorbitant amount of money to try and find out, a private investigator to try and find out how it got
wild.
out.
It's not. That's
I never saw it, never sought it out, never watched it, I don't care.
Yeah.
But like it didn't make him look bad, did it?
Nah, I did. I went out there and watched it. I was
You
like,
did watch it?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. I'm gonna watch everything. This is so the thing with it was I think it was what like 10 seconds, a 10-second video.
It was a lot of videos and pictures that came out.
Was it? See, I only saw the video. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't remember the number, but it was multiple of pictures and videos.
Yeah, him and his girlfriend having a good time.
Right,
But
yes.
then it's like, I mean, it's out there. I don't. The scrubbing of it off the internet or whatever is like what? I mean, what? I don't know what you lost by it. You didn't put it out.
Right.
You know what I'm
No.
saying? So this
I mean-
ain't
Like
no
it's not
Kardashian
like
thing.
it made him look
Yeah,
bad or
exactly.
something.
That's what I'm
But, I mean,
saying.
I
That's-
get it
yeah.
though. It's your personal privacy.
I mean, but once it's out,
totally
it's out.
understand that.
It's
Yeah.
like the don't hit sin thing. Like, yeah, you can go erase it and delete it, but it's out there. Like, if you think people ain't
Ask
still
the- ask
put
the
it back out there,
Kardashians.
that's what I'm saying. So I mean, just say you've been all right. You wouldn't got a Mayo endorsement off of it. I mean, not off that particularly. But
All right, you ready to move on?
Yeah.
Get a break?
I probably shouldn't have brought that up.
It's all right.
That's all right.
it's news, man.
Hey,
It's news.
just wrapped up the 3 o'clock hour in style. How about the 4 o'clock hour? We will, let's talk about which Titans free agents will have the biggest impact and then take a look at this championship foundation. How far are the Titans away from what is considered a championship foundation? 3HL 1045 The Zone. Sometimes it's time to upgrade those things in your homes, like your windows and your doors. Maybe you have noticed it now with all this rain we've had. There's bugs everywhere. That's why we ended up upgrading our windows or replacing our windows, because little bugs would start to crawl in the summer. They weren't sealed properly. Our original builder didn't do a great job with that. And Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville came through for the win and gave me a great deal, and they want to give you a great deal too. For the month of May, you got a couple days left in May to get this Dawn deal. Buy 3, get 1 free on windows. So if you're planning on doing your whole house, this is a great time to call Pella. And then on top of that, no payments, no interest for 2 full years. How do you get a hold of my friends at Pella? Couple of ways. You can either call them at 615-249-1910. You can stop by one of their showrooms. They have one in Franklin on Mallory Station Road and Hendersonville on the corner of East Main, Indian Lake Boulevard. Or the easiest way, go online, schedule your free consultation, tell them to give you the Dawn deal, get yourself Pellified, and you can do it at PellaNashville.com.
It's Ramon Foster, and I'm with Aaron from United Structure Systems. Man, they came by today to check out my house. If there's anything, any issues, small or big, you're gonna fill us in there.
We can take care of it, no matter what kind of problems. So first off, we'll just kind of take a look through your house and see what kind of issues you got going. You know, cracks in the brick, cracks in the drywall, weird spots in the floor, doors sticking, windows not opening properly. Once we identify those areas, we're going to do a thorough inspection around the outside, make sure there's no issues going on with that. And then once we look over it, we'll talk about what's going on, and hopefully we ain't got no issues, and then we'll go from there.
Let's go. Let's go.
Ms. Foster, so we have looked at the issues that you brought up. We had the drywall in the attic up here above your bonus or your garage. You had some doors sticking.
I did.
Going in your bathroom. So we've inspected all that. We don't see any major structural concerns. So you're going to be one of our lucky good news customers today. There is some minor deflection there. That's not an uncommon thing. As any house is built, it's its biggest and its strongest the day that it's born. Gotcha. Right? And from that point, it just gets older, just like us. We ain't hopping up out of bed, taking off down the hallway, running upstairs.
We're not protecting quarterbacks anymore.
No.
Opening up late. We're done.
Your guard ain't there no more.
Okay,
so,
I got you.
So it just happens. It gets a little older and it starts to deflect. Now, there are some things we can do to kind of help adjust those doors, mainly adjusting in the door, which we don't necessarily do, and maybe doing some light shimming in the crawl space down there to address those sticking doors. But for now, no major issues there. We did talk about the grading in the back and some issues that we can take care of back there for you. But that's pretty much up in a nutshell. No big issues and you're good to go. So.
Awesome. So again, what you deal with United Structural Systems is it's upfront, it's honest, and now I can sleep peacefully at night, okay?
Good afternoon. It's 4:03. Joseph Bonanno live from the 104.5 The Zone Circus Sports at the Mid-Kentucky Downs Studios. In NCAA news today, the NCAA has denied Texas Tech quarterback Brendan Sorsby's request for a reinstatement for eligibility after the gambling scandal came out about him. Texas Tech will appeal the decision. In NBA playoffs, the New York Knicks are headed to the NBA Finals after sweeping the Cavs 4-0 in the Eastern Conference Finals. This will be the Knicks' first Finals appearance since 1999. They will await the winner of OKC versus San Antonio. Game 2 between Thunder and Spurs tonight in Game 5 tonight with the series tied at 2. College baseball news: Vanderbilt missed the NCAA tournament for the first time in 20 years, while Tennessee landed a 2 seed in the Chapel Hill Regional. They'll face off against East Carolina on Friday at 11 a.m. Ferrari Foundation repair, part of your needs you need to visit USSTN.com. Bring news on once in your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Welcome into 3HL on 104.5 The Zone. What's happening, good people? It's Tuesday, and it's overcast. So I think we will be...
And/or raining.
Yeah, I mean, we got to be happy with that. I mean, this is just sprinkling. You can still get out about your day, get out there, do a little bit of shopping. You can still get active. Kids are out. They can still go outside and play down the street. Just stay close because it may start raining. You got no umbrella. You like to be wet. Boomers come in with wet clothes and wet shoes, tracking up the floors.
Oh, it's the worst.
Yes, that's definitely sounding like parents.
Yes, yes.
Weird. That's weird me talking like that. But that's the problem when you cleaning. So what up, Babsy?
What up? I'm here physically, maybe not quite mentally.
But a good weekend was had, though, right?
A good weekend, yes. And yeah, even though it was rainy, we just went under the outside cover whenever the rain came, and then some of the kids actually swam in the rain.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
They just
Make it work. Rod Slay also in the building on this Monday.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building. Yes, indeed. Good weekend. Proud of the weekend. I heard a lot of people hitting me up talking about they see a cow with a headband. Listen, that cow's running for his life, man. Let him be free because his cousins and them, they got taken care of.
If you don't know what he's talking about, go watch this video.
Yeah.
Was it Instagram?
Action. Yep, it was Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why it wouldn't post on Twitter, X, whatever it is, but it wouldn't post, so... you got everybody else got left
Instagram
out.
It was. Yes. Hey, Lonzo in the chat. Why can't we have female sports talk, like maybe softball? We actually did talk about it at the beginning of the show. Yes. Congrats to the Lady Vols softball team who earned a Women's College World Series bid.
Right.
And when do they start that?
This week?
I don't know the schedule.
I don't know if it's this week or next week. Five SEC teams made it to the Women's College World Series. So 5 of the 8 teams are from the SEC, which is insane to think about. One of those teams not being Oklahoma.
Which is also insane to think about because it has always been them.
First time in 9 years they haven't been there.
So do you think that's also a product of NIL on the women's side?
100%.
So.
Yeah.
I think so, without question.
I mean, it's completely changing evening the playing field, changing the landscape. You know, we talked about Vanderbilt baseball not making it.
Yep.
First time in 20 years, Vanderbilt baseball will not be in the postseason.
Yep.
I mean, that's just nuts.
Yep. We do have times. Thursday at 1:30, Tennessee takes on Texas.
Okay,
the Lady Vols versus
UT.
Yes, right.
Who's the real UT?
Yeah, the real one versus the fake one.
I love that.
Even though Texas is the number 2
matchup.
seed.
We get that in football this year, right?
Yes, we do. On Rocky Top.
Oh, it's going to be so good.
Yeah.
So good, especially if Texas is what Sark
it's supposed to be.
Says that they are supposed to be. Yeah.
I got a question for that, and we can probably do it later in the week, though. Like, because we hit on it a little bit last week. Who has the most pressure?
Yeah.
Like, who has to live up to it, like, as far as quarterbacks go? A lot of quarterbacks coming back.
I think
Manning,
Texas,
absolutely.
I think Texas is up there for everything because of the way they spent in the offseason, the hype around star name of a quarterback they have
Right.
in Arch Manning, and then all the talk
Who
that's-
started
that's-
slow last year.
Yeah, who started so,
Yep.
which Dawn, you specifically on this
I
show
was concerned
expected.
about it. Yeah.
But and then all the stuff that Sark's been saying this offseason, like you can't talk like this and then go out there and miss the playoffs or be a first round exit in the playoffs, something like that. Like
I agree. I think pressure's on Texas.
Yeah.
But now let me ask you this, though.
Okay.
I know this isn't what we had said we were going to
No,
talk
that's
about.
cool.
That's shocker,
This is
right?
3HL.
Shocker for 3HL. Yeah.
What the hell?
We will get back into the Titans, but 615-737-1045 if you want to jump in, though. How much pressure, though, is on Tennessee? Like, as a fan, are you okay with, I mean, because the talk coming out of Tennessee's camp and all that about the quarterback position is that it might not be George McIntyre,
Right.
So are you, as a Tennessee fan, going to give them a little grace?
Right.
Are you going to give Hype a little grace, knowing that he's got a brand new rookie, or maybe not rookie, but a brand new quarterback, no experience?
Me personally, I think that the grace comes within who you lose or win to
Okay.
against versus. If the grace will be given if they take on the challenge of playing at home and being able to handle business against the teams you expect to beat that are maybe on the come up like you.
Right.
However, you got to go do it. Like you haven't lost to Florida at home in a second.
Which is crazy.
Which is beautiful.
haven't lost to Bama at home in a second.
Haven't lost to Bama. Like if you can continue to put those feathers in the cap. So you're looking at home. You take care of Georgia Tech on the road, but you got Furman, Kennesaw State,
I mean,
Texas.
Georgia Tech's not a given
No,
nowadays.
not at all. But that's on the road. But if you like what I think heated the seat up last year
Yeah.
was the losses at home.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Coupled with
That's
now,
fair.
You know what I
That's
mean?
fair.
Now,
Yeah.
you're like so, and you bring into the fold of all the things that have taken place around the stadium. You know what I mean? And you dropping games
As far
at
as
home
what
of
they're
Vandy,
building and the
exactly
village and whatever
increasing
else,
the
yeah.
prices and all of that
Yes.
stuff. Like that was well accepted when you were on the fringe of going to the college football playoff and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
But you lose at home to Vandy the fashion you did. Oklahoma, who was struggling, you ended up losing to them at home. Georgia, I mean, overtime game, but you lost.
You're a kick away in that
You're a
one.
kick away,
But
you
you
know,
did lose.
But you lost. You know what I mean? So you
not
lost,
Georgia,
what,
but yeah.
4 games? You know what I'm saying? And then you lost the bowl game. But outside of the bowl game, you lost the 4 games, and it was the fashion and who you lost to.
Yeah.
You take care of people at home. I think you get that grace period. If you're able to somehow steal that Texas game, that's going to be huge.
Do you?
That's huge.
Is it early?
It's early.
It's
It's week
early.
4.
Yep,
Yeah.
week
Do you
4.
like that it's early?
I do.
don't know if that's necessarily a good thing for Tennessee.
I like them.
Yes,
I like it.
because I think if it plays out how it did last year, where Texas kind of starts slow again,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
then that I think benefits Tennessee. Tennessee always gets off to like the hot start. Like I felt like they were humming much better earlier in the season. Like that game against Georgia, remember that was the first time we'd played Georgia like early in the season
Yeah.
in a while. And I mean, after that game, even though the loss, everyone was like, "Wow, Tennessee, watch out!" And then it kind of went downhill from there as the season progressed. I think that could be a similar situation with that Texas game early.
And keep this in mind, Babs, on the heels of that, you got
Zeph is kind of optimistic. I
Yes.
don't know how to
Yes,
handle
that's
it.
Weird. It gets weird with Zeph.
This is like a weird Vols phenomenon.
But after the Texas game, you got Auburn coming to Rocky Top. That's a new head coach. You go to
a
Arkansas.
new head coach that has ties.
Tennessee.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say
Right.
returning.
Yeah,
First time,
returning.
yeah.
But then you go to Arkansas, new head coach. You got Bama coming to you. South Carolina. You go to South Carolina. Kentucky.
You're going to be expected
new
to
head
take
coach.
care of
Yeah.
all of those.
LSU, new head coach. That like you
Okay,
got
well,
some
maybe
stuff.
not that one, but-
Yeah, like but still, you still got stuff that you need to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fight for it. And that'll be Lane Kiffin coming back to Rocky Top, different colors on this time, but same Kiffin. That ought to be fun. But yeah, I think that's you take care of home, and you should be okay. Now, granted, you only have 4 road games.
So you would be in a pretty
be
good
8-4.
spot. Yeah.
If you didn't take
Pretty
care
good
of
spot.
Their home schedule is
Oh, it's
ridiculous.
serious. Oh, it's serious.
Texas,
It's serious.
Auburn,
Yep.
Bama,
Whoa.
Kentucky,
Listen,
Listen, no, you don't get
I
to
like where you
sit here
finna
and be
go.
like,
I like where you finna go.
Auburn's such a tough
knew you was
game
gonna go there.
after what
I
they
like
have
that.
been the last couple of
I
years.
like that.
That doesn't make for a tough
I
schedule.
like that.
I'm sorry. And this is coming from an Auburn fan. Don't sit here and all of a sudden act
like
like
that.
Auburn is such a tough schedule
that.
to have Auburn at home.
I like that.
Give me a break. You don't get to play both sides.
Let me give you props for that, though, Babsy and Babby. Who the hell is Babby?
That's gonna work. That's a new nickname. You knew I was about to go off on that, didn't you?
And I'm glad you did. But to Zeph credit, this is how a lot of Tennessee fans are thinking because they know what Golish about to bring to y'all, Babsy.
Maybe.
Golish is about Peter Burns.
You think he gives-
We need to get Peter Burns and Chris Doering on. They did a special with all of these new coaches.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to
I
hit
saw
CD
that, yeah.
up. Happy birthday, belated CD. But I'm going to hit them up, see if we can get them on this week and talk about these new coaches. And they went and sat down and talked with Alex Golish and walked away impressed with him.
See, Heupel knows what that system looks like,
Yep.
and he knows how effective it can be.
Mm-hmm.
And we've heard the stuff about a Jim Knowles defense where it takes time to settle in. I mean, that's only the 5th game of the season.
But I will say, still, this is a program.
And you're
in
coming
year
off
one.
of you'll be coming off of Texas game,
Right.
right?
And
Yeah.
you're coming off of Texas.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a give me for Tennessee there, Don.
But the only thing,
Absolutely
though,
not, but you don't get to say,
don't
oh,
get
it's
to.
such a tough
yeah,
schedule
yeah. We
with
don't
a
get to.
team
We don't
that
get to.
didn't make a
okay,
bowl
Yeah,
fine.
they
game.
I'll
ain't
give you
win a
that.
game. They ain't a winning season in 6 seasons.
I'll give you that.
So we they got to be who they are until they
it been
prove
that
different.
long?
Yeah, I was listening
But-
on it coming in on the podcast. They said what?
But-
I said 6 seasons.
I almost said Shiano.
But Texas,
What's going to
Alabama,
make me cuss on air? The Auburn Tigers.
but Texas, Alabama, and LSU while at home. I mean, that's a tough home schedule. Those
Yeah.
three
Yep,
for
I'll
sure.
give you that.
no question.
You
I
don't get
totally
to
agree.
throw Auburn in there, though.
Yeah, Auburn got to go
And then it's
improve.
going to look even worse when you lose.
See,
To Auburn, we'll have to have a bet on that game.
Oh, absolutely. Although
still got a great jersey for her to wear.
my Auburn bets have not turned
They
out
have
well
not.
lately.
Have not.
Yeah.
But I think it's good. I think the energy is different as well, though, around Arkansas. Like, this is going to be a fun SEC season, I believe.
It's going to be fun to see what these new coaches bring.
Yes.
And listen, the difference in college football now is that you're not walking in, taking over a program where a coach has been fired and it's been an absolute Shiano show, and you have, years to build it back
Yep.
up. At this point, for these schools like Auburn that have the money, that
Yep.
have the NIL and the
Yep.
support to pay players, I mean, you can turn it around like
That's
that.
right. Yep.
Like that.
Only team that may get a pass, you would turn a blind eye to is Kentucky. But
yeah.
you're hearing this coach.
Did you see the video, by the way, of was that recent in the locker room where the
No, I think that was. I think that was.
Was
old.
that an old one?
Yeah, I think that's
okay.
old.
Somebody told me it was recent. I was like, why are they why did that just come out though?
It was
Yeah,
a
I
video
know.
of them two. I think
brawling.
two linemen just
Oh,
going
yeah.
at
That
it.
was it 2 years ago?
Okay, so
I think it was a
people
year
are
ago or
putting
2
it
years
out
ago.
like
Yeah.
it's now.
Yep, yeah. No,
Within the last couple of seasons, but not like
Not
this
with the
off
new
season.
coaches.
Yeah,
No,
not
not
with
with the
this
new
staff.
staff. No.
Yeah.
This staff, I think the energy is totally different. You know what I mean? And that ain't to say that
This is
Stoops
what I'll
wasn't getting
say.
it done.
It better be.
Yeah, it's going to have to be.
It better be,
Yeah.
or they're going to really fall
For the
behind.
goodness of the state, because what Louisville's doing in basketball. And Brom, like they got Pat Kelsey and Brom up there making waves at Louisville.
Yeah.
That Big Blue Nation don't like that. I'm telling you, if anything else in the world can be happening, Louisville don't need to be successful before them,
Yeah.
or that whole state will burn.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Daniel Jeremiah put this out. He said, I'd like to revisit this concept for every NFL team. To build a championship foundation, you need to fill these 12 spots. And then he has them listed. I think this is a fun exercise for us to do on the Titans and see where the Titans, in our minds, in your minds as Titans fans, jump in with us, 615-737-1045. How far away are they from a championship foundation? Are they close? We're going to look at that, and we'll break it all down after the break. 3HL 1045 The Zone. Medical house calls. It's funny. I was just hanging out with a bunch of moms over the weekend, and they were like, oh, yeah, so-and-so sick. But you know that it's just perfect timing. It's going to be a Friday night or a Sunday when your kid gets sick. And I was like, oh, medical house calls. That's when you need them right there. It's healthcare designed for your life. And they operate 7 days a week, Monday through Sunday, 7 a.m. all the way until 8 p.m. Same day appointments available, next day guaranteed. And this is the beautiful part of it is they come to you. So if you're working parents, working family, it's summer, you're juggling sickness, you're missing work. Guess what? Medical house calls can make life easier for you. 7 days a week. 615-838-2375. Put that number in your phone, 838-2375. Process is simple. You call or text that number. Their teams assess what you need, and then boom, medical providers will be at your door to deliver the care that gets you back as soon as possible. I'm talking primary health care, urgent care, IV therapy. They do it all. MedicalHouseCalls.com is your website. 615-838-2375. Healthcare designed for your life. It's Medical House Calls.
This is a different court, Blair.
Same result, Slay.
Oh, okay, Blair. See, that's Tyler Tanner. See, Tyler Tanner's in the house now.
Let's see what you got. Jerry's out, Blair.
Blair, come on. Okay, Blair, just come sit down. Come on, Blair, stop. You're going to get hurt. Blair, get off the court. That's enough.
What's the verdict, Blair?
The courtroom is where I play ball.
Boy, Durham, injury law. And that ain't got no roof.
The guaranteed offer is the simplest, least stressful way to sell your home. You go to our website, you fill out a quick form, we set an appointment, we bring you an all-cash offer. Literally, there's no lockbox on the front of your house, there's no showings, we pay all cash, we close in as little as 21 days, stress-free. We've helped thousands of homeowners just like you sell your home the hassle-free way with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate.
Welcome back into 3HL Radio 104.5 The Zone. What's happening, good people? Make sure you tap in there on the chat, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
I already had Jimmy Wyatt on with TennesseeTitans.com. You can go back and podcast wherever you get your podcast and listen to what he had to have to say about the breakdown of these rookies getting acclimated in OTAs, a couple of more OTA practices, media availability. Oh, no, open the media Friday, this Friday, to be able to knock out. Is this the final week for them?
No, so the OTAs that are open are Friday, Thursday, June 11th. They have a little bit of a break in between, like Jimmy was talking about. And then mini camp, all these different words, so whatever.
Yeah, to be in the building.
That starts June, or the open one for mini camp starts Tuesday, June 16th. So we'll have some, and then of course, training camp at the end of July. So we'll have some more opportunities in the next couple of weeks to hear from Coach to see some of these rookies and all that jazz.
Sounds
yes.
good.
And then we'll have Chris Lowe on, by the way, at 5:20 SEC spring meetings going on, which is always fascinating.
Anytime you get to hear Greg Sankey at the podium.
Well, he's going to say exactly what he thinks. Everything is calculated with Greg
true.
Sankey.
Very true.
He does not say things without fully assessing the risk and what message he wants out.
Not at all.
Okay, Daniel Jeremiah at Move the Sticks on X put this out, and we thought it would be fun to do today. But in the past, he has done this and said, hey, okay, I went through all the Super Bowl winning teams, the championship teams, and these are the things that you need to have a championship team. Right? The must-haves.
Yep, the foundation.
The foundation, yes. So for every NFL team to build a championship foundation, he said you have to fill these 12 spots. In other words, you have to be legit at these 12 spots. QB is number one. We all know you at least have to have a above average quarterback. Offensive playmaker, 3. Quality offensive lineman, you need 3 of them. Pass rusher, 2, which that'll disqualify quite a few teams. Not the Titans this year. Defensive playmakers, 3. I'm assuming pass rusher is different than defensive playmaker, right?
Is it?
I don't think,
because I think that depends on
we
what
always
you
say defense wins championships.
I will say
so that would be 5 solid guys on your defense.
I think that depends on whether or not you consider Jeffrey Simmons a defensive playmaker, or because I consider him a playmaker over just a pass rusher.
Yeah,
because I think he does more than just pass rush.
With this Titans roster right now, defensively, you can probably put him as a defensive playmaker and still have 2 pass rushers.
I think so. Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yes.
And we also don't know the scheme.
But this is what you got to think. When you talk about defensive playmakers, Aaron, you can be a playmaker from that position. Aaron Donald was a playmaker. We saw him in the Rams Super Bowl. Chris Jones, when it was time to make plays, Chris Jones was out of the game. They sub him back in immediately. He's a playmaker at that spot. Quentin Williams. The guys in the upper echelon of that D-line spot, Myles Garrett, these guys those are playmakers.
Yeah.
Them playmakers to me. This is not just a sack artist. You know what I'm saying?
Let's start.
Let's start with the quarterback.
So hold on. Okay. QB, offensive playmaker, you need 3. Quality O-line, you need 3. Defensive
Which
playmaker.
Ramon has said often. You need 3 dogs on that line, and they can help carry the other 2. Now, that doesn't mean that the other 2 are guys that when they're done playing for your team are about to be on the street, right? They still have to be decent. But as far as like high quality offensive linemen, 3.
So you said defensive playmaker, 3.
Yep.
Yes.
3 defensive playmakers, 2
2
pass rushers.
And that's it.
Yes.
Those are the 12 spots.
That is 12.
So starting with quarterback.
3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 1.
Said there was no math today, Babsy. Fresh back.
Cam Ward.
All right. Zeffy wants to get going on this.
right.
If you want in on this too, let us know what you think. 615-737-1045. We'll do this for the rest of 4 o'clock hour and kind of mingle our way through it. All right. QB, number 1, the most important spot. You're not winning a championship if you don't have one of these. Now, you can make the argument that there are some not elite quarterbacks that won Super Bowls, right? But they had a lot of other pieces around them.
Yep.
But we'll start with quarterback. Cam Ward, year 2. Do you have the guy if you're the Titans? Whoa, boys.
Trending in the right.
Whoa,
Listen.
boys.
Yeah, I'm right.
Trending in the right direction.
That was
Not
a
there.
really long silence.
Not
I'm
there
right
yet.
where Zeph is.
Not there yet. But he's trending in the right direction.
Potentially.
It's fair.
I'm thinking no question, potential-wise. I'm going with him.
I'm just really surprised that it was that long of
Because
a silent pause. For
I know
both
what I
of you.
expect out of him.
Right.
You know what I mean? I know what we
Is
expect.
he really that?
Yeah, yet.
You still don't know.
You don't
It's
know.
year 2.
So I got a question
You
mark
still
about
don't
it.
know if he's your franchise, but you feel good about the
Where
possibility.
he is. Yep. I got a question mark beside him.
Yeah, I'm not giving it a yes right now.
I'll
can't-
give it a yes.
Not,
You give me a
not
yes?
right.
Absolutely.
I still think he's trending in that direction, but I don't think he's there yet.
Okay.
Could he be by in the middle of this season? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think he showed me enough last year with not a lot of help that he's the guy.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm with you. I think
No,
he's
I'm
going
not
to
saying
be.
he's going to be Patrick Mahomes.
Right,
Don't
right,
get me
right,
wrong.
right,
I'm
right,
not.
right.
I'm
But
not
you don't-
saying.
you don't have to have
this
him.
is an NFL Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
No.
You don't have to
But
have
I'm
Patrick
saying
Mahomes.
I think he's going to be good enough to be that quarterback.
Yeah.
I think he is too. I just don't know if today we can sit here and say, yes, he can be a quarterback of a championship foundation. Or he currently is a quarterback of a championship foundation. I think he can be. I think he will be. But as of today, I don't think we can definitively say, yes, he is.
And that's fair.
Mhm.
I'm okay with that. But I'll say yes. So I'll say
Okay.
the Titans have QB.
Okay,
One.
cool.
Okay.
Offensive playmaker.
Whew.
You need
Three of them.
You need 3 of them.
Okay, in the past, there's no way in heck that the Titans have had 3. Oh, look, I've done so much work that my
Good
pen
job,
ran out of
Babsy.
ink.
Ain't not close.
I did not make that one. All right, let me get a new pen.
I like that. Okay, so you need 3 of them. I'm going 1.
They weren't even close the last 2 years.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
I'm going Wan'Dale Robinson in this offense is 1.
Ooh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's aggressive
Mm-hmm.
considering what he is.
Yeah, I'm going 1,000-yard receiver that you just picked up. Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm taking him in an offensive that he know in an offense that he knows.
Okay.
Tony Pollard, what did Moonshine share with us on Friday? Tony Pollard was the only running back in the last 4 seasons.
There are 2 running backs in the NFL that have had 4 straight seasons of 1,000 yards. Those 2 are Derrick Henry and Tony Pollard.
I'm going with Tony Pollard as one of my playmakers. And there's no question. The resume backs it up.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. I'm going with that regardless of whatever's in front of him, he's going to go get you 1,000 yards. I'm cool with that, and he's durable.
Can I give you a counterpoint to that?
Please.
Yes.
This is last year on the contract, in his contract.
Even better.
So what if he's not here? Then you're losing a playmaker there. Foundation, I'm thinking.
Yeah, but
Foundation, I'm thinking for a future down the road.
Well,
I mean,
no, it could be foundation for this year, but
Yeah.
let's be honest, is this a Titans team that's really ready to go win a Super Bowl
right,
this
and
season?
then
No.
yeah. Now we're looking for a successful.
And that's why I'm looking for down the
No,
road.
but you can't do that because if you look at the Patriots were able to turn it around in 1 year, and that still made Stephon Diggs ain't on that team, but he was one of the playmakers on
Okay.
that team that made
So-
that team successful.
All right, so we'll keep it within the
Yeah, you
season.
gotta- yeah, it
we'll
gotta
keep
be
it within
within
the
the
season.
season, yeah.
I got you. Okay.
I mean, that's the bonus
yeah.
if we get a Campbell with 3 more years.
Yeah.
on
Okay.
it,
I'll
know
give you.
what I mean?
I'll give you Tony Pollard for this season for
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
100%.
And this is if healthy, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
we're not.
Yes.
doing-
Right.
yes.
Okay. So I
Okay,
guess
so
predict
who's your
injuries.
third playmaker then?
there's a combined one.
No, it doesn't work that way.
Slay makes his own rules.
If he's not good enough to be there
But he
on his
is.
own, then you don't have
Who is
3.
it?
Calvin Ridley plus Cornell Tate.
No.
Damn.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying that because if Calvin really isn't Calvin Ridley because of the injury, that means that we will see Cornell Tate emerge, but I can't count him because we ain't seen him yet. But he is the
Then you
number
can't
4
ca-
overall pick.
But I don't think you can count him yet.
Okay.
He's a rookie. You don't know what he is in this league yet.
So are you telling me we can't count Calvin Ridley?
You can count Calvin Ridley.
But not Cornell Tate yet.
No.
Okay, well.
You don't know what he is in this league. You haven't seen
Gotcha.
him.
There if Calvin Ridley is he's the freaking wild card.
Yes,
And
he is.
I still put a question mark by Calvin Ridley's name just because what is he going to look like coming off
Of the
that?
injury. agree.
broken fibula, right?
I
It was
agree.
broken fibula, right?
Yep, I agree. So a question mark by
Broken
him.
leg, something broken his leg.
So you got a question mark
So-
by him and Tate.
So then, first of all, I love the fact that you had more than 3 to put in these spots. Whether
fact
we
that there's a
agree or
debate,
not, the fact that there's a debate, the
Okay.
Titans have not had, like, who was it last year?
Tony Pollard.
And
It
Calvin
was
Ward.
Calvin.
It was
Calvin
Calvin,
Ridley,
and
then that
Yep.
went down, and then it became.
Right.
Chig. You might well throw
Chig.
Chig, but that
Chig.
ain't. That's
Okay.
not.
That's not a playmaker.
Yeah.
For this
That's
one,
not an offensive playmaker.
would you consider Gunnar Helm? Maybe not in the top 3, but as in the debate for that third spot.
Yeah,
I
but that
wouldn't.
leans back to what you're saying about Tate. We ain't really seen what Gunnar Helms can do.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
You know what I mean?
Okay, I give it. I'm
Do
just
I-
bringing it up.
Absolutely, the potential is there. No question.
Potential's there, but you can't say right now he's an offensive playmaker.
not
You
yet.
can for Wandale, you can for Tony Pollard.
I would've been
You can
fine.
for Calvin. It just
Yeah.
depends on what Calvin you get.
I'm still putting a question mark on Calvin right now.
If Chig would have came back and they re-signed him, I would have put Chig in this group.
Oh, for sure. I would have put Chig over Calvin.
I mean, Keith in the chat says DK is the all-time all-purpose yard leader in franchise history. He's
No
like-
question.
Yeah,
Well,
but he
no.
got most of those yards in the special teams game.
Yep.
And now with how their wide receiver room is set up, he's pushed down and he's not going to have as big of an impact on offense, or at least he shouldn't if everyone stays healthy.
If things work
If
out
things
the way
work out
the
perfectly,
Titans
yes.
would like them to, yeah. The Brian in the chat said Ridley was inconsistent before the injury, regardless. That's fair
That's true.
too.
No
Yeah,
question. He also was a 1,000-yard
and he had some
receiver, too.
drops and yeah, no doubt.
I'm not putting Calvin. I'm saying they have 2 out of the 3
okay.
for sure.
So you're with 2 out of the 3.
Well, I got
kinda with
Calvin
you,
Ridley
Zeph.
with a question mark right there, and I got Cornell Tate with a question mark.
Okay. So a little
Wandale
bit of a
Robinson and
question
Tony
mark
Pollard
on
Or
3
stamps.
offensive playmakers.
Yep.
All right.
Now here's the here's the
Are
one
you
where
ready
we run
for the
into trouble.
disaster?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
3. How does he describe it?
He just has 3 quality offensive linemen.
Quality.
So we know for sure that they have one.
Description is key.
They have one for sure.
Quality.
Peter
In
Skronsky.
Skronsky.
Peter Skronsky is one. He was one of the best guards in the league last year. He's going to earn whatever contract extension that he gets. They picked up his 5th-year option, so he's playing on that for now. But
What is your what is your definition of quality?
So, okay, I'm going to go with you. My definition of quality, especially with how difficult it is to find people to fill these voids, and we've seen this and walked through it. Dan Moore is a quality offensive tackle.
Okay.
That's quality offensive tackle. Just is what it is.
It's just okay.
I mean, and you got to think.
Quality enough to get the job done.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, coupled with Skoronsky, they learned each other another year. Absolutely. And think about who they went up against last year. Every single game. Like, them defenses were serious. So, not knocking them on that. Quality, yes. I think Dan Moore was one.
Okay.
in terms of like a championship foundation, when I think of quality offensive linemen, you need to have no question marks about that person.
Yeah, but that's the thing. So, like what Babsy started it off with, we're not this team not going to the championship next year.
No,
So we
but
gotta
how
build a
far away
successful
are
team.
they from
Yeah.
that foundation?
Yeah, so you got to be able to build the successful parts in this. Like, we're not jumping to the championship league. If we do, Lord, yes. The
But you
streets
better
will be
watch
painted
out.
with gold. Yeah.
This town will.
Oh, yeah. If they think New
erupt.
York is about to erupt with them making it to the finals in basketball, the Titans, we would be right along that same realm. So, the problem with me is finding the quality third one. Slotman, we don't know.
The center and right guard positions are, I think, a wash.
Okay.
I don't know what you have in those yet.
Coogan,
One, you don't even know
Carmona,
who's,
all them.
you don't even know who you're
Slater.
going to start.
And none
Right.
of them are going to be.
We don't know who it is.
None of them you can put as quality offensive linemen on this list right
All
now.
of this falls on the shoulders of J.C. Latham.
J.C. Latham. You're absolutely right.
When it comes to quality, I absolutely believe that he can be.
But has he shown it yet?
No. So that's a no-go.
Yeah, that hurts too. Yeah. I would love somebody to please call in or somebody text and tell me that we're wrong on this one.
No, we're
but
not
I don't. Yeah.
I want to be
I wish
wrong.
the injury. I wish the what is the surgery? Didn't he have the surgery during the season? What did he miss?
No, he had the. Remember, he
Who,
missed the
Latham?
beginning of the
Yeah.
season because of the hip injury.
The hip
Yeah.
injury. I thought
And-
he had something else during the season too.
I mean, I think he was still dealing with it.
We're dealing with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
He had that hip injury because he missed a lot of time early in the offseason.
Mm-hmm.
And then, remember,
I mean,
because we
that
were
could have
talking about
really
his.
affected
We were
him,
talking about his
too.
flexibility with the
Yep.
hip and
Yep.
being able to kick out.
Yeah,
and,
it looked bad on some of the. Oh, yeah.
and it looked
Ooh.
kind of stiff
Yeah,
a
that
little
ain't
bit.
quality. I'm gonna be real. Let's not even talk about it no more because I'm starting to remember the games. I don't want to go back down that road. That's a hurtful road right there. Yeah, darn. Come on, JC. We need him right. I remember that man was false starting, and then sometimes he wouldn't get off the line. The guy already be behind him. Ooh,
Yep.
ooh, that was scary. All right.
So out of the offense.
Okay, but but don't you wonder how much we talk about this all the
Yes.
time? Ramon has said it for years too. Even Blaine and Bully, like as a pro, if you're not 100%, a lot of times you want to push through
Yep.
it. You want to help your team. You
Yep.
want to do whatever. But guess what? That's what you're putting on paper.
That's right.
That is what you are.
Yep.
Like, was he? Oh, I hate
Yeah.
to even think though if he
Please don't.
wasn't there, but.
Please.
But like maybe he was even more affected by that than we even know. I mean, you remember.
No question.
I always
then-
go back to like hockey guys too at the end of the season. They're like, oh yeah, I played with a completely broken leg the
Yep.
entire season. Like you don't know what these
You don't.
injuries, how much they affect what they do. So like, what is a healthy JC Latham
Yeah.
on the right side?
I think he's quality. Yeah, and I think it's no question.
But we haven't
the
seen it yet.
problem-
But we
you
definitely
switch him
can't
from
put him
left
on the
to-
list.
No, but this is year 2.
Yeah.
Walking into it, healthy, he has to be one. But right now, he's not on the list.
So, out of the 7 positions on offense, we'll do defense. Come on, Matt. Out of the 7 positions on offense, are we saying 4? 4 out of the 7?
Yeah.
Because you said yes on quarterback. We were still kind of hesitant on it.
Mhm.
Slay was yes on a third playmaker. You and I were hesitant on it.
Right.
So
Yep.
so combined
Yeah,
So
so
we'll
4
just
of the
average
7.
it out.
is
Yeah.
about 4 out of the 7 on the
Yep.
offense.
4
Yeah.
of the 7. Yep.
Mm.
Wah, wah, wah.
Heading in the right direction, not there yet.
I mean, listen, 2 years ago, we couldn't have said 4.
Sure couldn't. Golly.
Yeah, because you didn't have a quarterback. You didn't have offensive playmakers. You
Yep.
definitely didn't have a quality offensive
Offensive
line.
lineman,
quarterback was in
right?
rehab,
I mean,
yeah.
look how far they've come as far as building that foundation.
And that's
To where you actually feel good to have an argument about the top 3 playmakers.
the wildest part is I like the defense. I can't wait to talk about them better.
Well, let's do it after the break, Slay.
Sounds like a winner to me.
All right, we'll be right back.
Welcome back in to 3HL right here on 104.5 The Zone. Let's go, good people. This is Tuesday, and we're popping, rocking right along with us. You're told you can join with us. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or the one and only Twitch.
Twitch, please.
That's right. 615-737-1045 is the number you want to get in on this conversation, trying to break down the foundation of the Titans franchise. 7 players are needed, according to Daniel Jeremiah. We go to the lines. We cover the
total.
offense. 12. We came up with 4 of the 7 right
For
now
offense.
on offense.
Yes.
So
What do you think? Johnny in White House wanted to talk about this. Hey, Johnny, what do you think? How'd we do?
Guys? I think you did great. I really do. I kind of want to make it level, and both sides, I think 4 and 4. But I mean, I think you guys are great. I kind of disagree with Cam Ward. I think Cam Ward is ready now. I think this new coaching staff. I think we're finally going to have consistency. And if you look back in the last 5-6 years here, we hadn't had that. So now that we got some guys here that are ready to win, we got some elite players. It's this hopeful feeling that we're used to, but I really think now he's going to take off. Real quick though, I sent you a message over the weekend for my birthday. I was up in Knoxville, Slay, and I was finally able to get into Gus's.
I thought that, I saw that big. Way to go, dog. What was your thoughts?
I found the Lord. that place was, I was telling on hold, I got the turkey and provolone steamed sandwich.
Yeah.
The fries. I walked in there, and I'm not kidding you, that place was heaven. As always, you guys, I love y'all. Thank y'all for being so positive. Babs, I hate to do this, but Auburn sucks. Go Vols, baby. Y'all be good.
Johnny just hangs up every time.
Every time he just
hangs up. He'll get to get a rebuttal or anything.
Oh, I just need to hit him on the front end and be like, I know what's coming. Shut it.
Yeah. If you're a Vols fan, though, like to his credit, if you're a Vols fan or SEC fan, like you get the nostalgia walking in there, you know what I mean, of all the pictures and the autographs on the wall.
Good Times Zone.
Yep. No question. Kind of like what you just were talking about with Mama G's. Is that the name of it?
Yeah, Mama
When you walk in,
G's.
you kind of get those feelings. So y'all in the area, check it out.
I hate to even admit this. You know that I have never had Gus's.
Really?
Really.
As many times you've been up there.
As many times as that. But I'm always there when there's like 8
And you
trillion
made me go
people
to Mama
there.
G's.
I did. I made you. Yeah.
Babsy.
But like if I'm there, it's for a football weekend, and I'm there Friday, like doing meetings all days and practice all day and practices and all that. So it's literally at the most crowded time ever at Gus's. So I never get to go. Yeah.
We're going to get you in there.
Maybe I'll get a Tennessee game this year.
We're going to get you in there.
Fingers crossed. Yes. All right. Before we go to break, let's check in with Ken in Hendersonville. You want to talk about this offensive line? How far off are we from foundational pieces?
Well, first, let's just say go Big Orange and
That's right.
tighten up.
Okay.
But I don't like y'all dishing the lineman. As a former lineman, I don't get it. I mean, come on.
Because they've been
the glory is
garbage.
being passed around to the linemen, get it? No, but when we suck, it's only the lineman's fault. But I think we're going to be much improved. I think hopefully Cam learns to release the ball quicker when he doesn't have any, throw it away.
Yeah.
But my surprise about all of this, and I don't know if I'm going to say his name right, but Peter Coogan out of Indiana.
Pat Coogan.
Pat Coogan. Yep.
Yeah. So I can't believe no one's talking about him. Here you have a guy that won the MVP of the Rose Bowl as a lineman.
Yeah.
And if you ever watch film on this guy, all of our linemen can learn how to run block because he almost always gets his lineman, and then he's looking for a defensive back to just lay the woodshed to. And that's it. I'll listen to you guys.
I totally agree with you. He could be one of the bigger surprises of the draft.
So listen, no pushback on that at all. I want that to be right. I even want Carmona to be able to get a spot for him. I think all of that is open. The only thing with it is of saying the quality that you get because of the separator between college and NFL. It's a difference, and if you haven't played there, we don't know what you're going to look like yet.
Well, and the knock on him is that he's not very athletic, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But then the way, like Savage has said it many times, the way they probably are going to use the scheme as far as blocking up front will lend itself for him to be successful in that spot. But to his point, that's the way I felt about Carnell Tate. Carnell Tate's number 4 pick. I expect he's potentially to be one of these playmakers. No knock to it. You know what I mean? But we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
So it's still up in the air. So the same thing that goes for Coogan is up in the air. Carmona's still up in the air. All of these new guys that you're trying to get in the mix, it's up in the air.
Yeah, you can't put rookies on this list because you don't know what they are yet.
Yeah.
You haven't seen them. You haven't seen them play in the league yet. And I mean, how many times have you seen? I'm not saying Carnell Tate is this, but how many times have you seen a top 5 pick bust in the NFL? It happens all the time.
It happens all the time.
Ask the
Titans.
Yeah.
Yes, it happened with one of their wide receivers, and I love Corey Davis. Nice guy.
Completely different story.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that you don't know what you have in these rookies until you see them in the league.
Only rookie from this one you could put on there, I think I would have been fine with saying Jeremiah Love would have been on this list for me.
Well, guess
But he's
what?
not with us.
Like if you were doing this list for the Cardinals,
Yeah, he's on that list.
yeah.
I ain't if and a button that one. You know what I'm saying?
I give you that. I think, and also I think
Who
it is.
knows?
I think it is
That's
easier to
right.
do it with running back than it is with wide receiver
Yeah.
because with running back, I don't know. I feel like it's easier to have earlier success as a running back. We've seen that so many times rather than wide receiver, where you have to be a special talent to find early success in the NFL.
Right. Like even if you're not good at pass pro as a running back early, like they can still utilize you a little bit. Yeah.
And Savage is in the chat. Welcome
What
to
up,
the chat,
Savage? He
saying
just yelled at us.
Yeah, don't be dissing the lineman. And that's what we're saying. There is no diss. And let me add this. If you're saying you got an offensive playmaker in Tony Pollard, who we all agreed on, that is a tip of the cap to the lineman, because whether you do your job or not, you got somebody that's going to go back there and make plays. Imagine if you do your job. Because when the Titans were rolling, what looked the best, we all said the first half, the way that offense is clicking, we kept saying, man, look, this got to be scripted. This is, everybody's on point. They must have did this script over and over. And then it dropped off the cliff. It's like, what happened with the first half? That's what we was looking for. What happened to that? So it's going to be interesting to see who picks up. We got defensive playmakers left, 3 of them, and pass rushers, 2 of them. Want to hit that after?
Yep, 5 o'clock hour.
Word up.
5 o'clock hour coming up next, 615-737-1045. If you want in on 3HL.
I'll tell you about my friends at Brentwood Jewelry. You need to check these guys out. Relationships are what's important to them. They have the selection that you're looking for in terms of jewelry, and they will certainly help you with your gifting opportunities throughout the course of the year. You'll make quick friends with the Imamali family. For more than 50 years, Brentwood Jewelry has been proudly serving the Middle Tennessee community with exceptional style and exceptional deals every day. It's a family-owned and operated business spanning 3 generations. These guys are deeply rooted within the community. From Salem's service in the Special Forces to his son serving as local firefighters, the Imamali family dedicated to giving back. Support local. Shop Brentwood Jewelry. Brentwood Jewelry here to help you pop the question. If you're thinking about getting that done, let these guys help you take the stress out of selecting the perfect engagement ring. They can help you find a beautiful ring in your ideal budget. Browse their incredible selection of one-of-a-kind rings or talk with their custom design specialists to create a stunning ring as remarkable as your loved one. If you haven't already heard, Nashville's premier timepiece dealer, Brentwood Jewelry, incredible selection. They also have the pre-owned Rolex end of things covered, vintage and current models. You can own a fine pre-owned Rolex for a fraction of the cost, and every watch has been meticulously serviced to ensure the highest level of performance, as presented with a 2-year warranty. Brentwood Jewelry, 7012 Church Street, in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. Exceptional style, exceptional deals every day for more than 50 years. Visit BrentwoodJewelry.com.
Good afternoon. It is 5:02. I'm Joseph Bonanno, live from 104.5 The Zone Circus Sports at the Make Kentucky Down Studios. Just in, the NCAA has officially denied Texas Tech quarterback Brendan Sorsby's request for reinstatement for eligibility after he was deemed ineligible due to a gambling scandal. Texas Tech does plan to appeal the decision. In the NBA playoffs, the New York Knicks are headed to the NBA Finals after sweeping the Cavs 4-0. This will be the Knicks' first Finals appearance since 1999, and they will await the winner of OKC versus San Antonio. Thunder and Spurs face off tonight in OKC for Game 5, with series tied at 2. In college baseball news, Vanderbilt missed the NCAA tournament for the first time in 20 seasons, while Tennessee landed a 2 seed, and they'll be headed to the Chapel Hill Regional as they will face East Carolina on Friday at 11 a.m. For Foundation Repair, whatever needs you need to visit USSTN.com. Bringing news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Welcome into 3HL right here on 104.5 The Zone. What's happening, good people? It's good old Tuesday coming up the Memorial Day weekend. Hope everybody enjoyed and took care of themselves. Got back into the groove of things. Probably a little slower than usual, but yeah, we had a good weekend, man. There's a lot of grilling. It was a cow walking around with a headband on. Don't fret. Don't blame the cow. It's me. You know what I mean? I'm trying to wrangle these guys up to be able to put them on the grill. Some good ribeyes and strips and things of that nature. But what up, Babsy?
What up? That's right.
Hey.
Happy Monday. Oh, it's not Monday. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Short week for us.
Yes, it is.
I like it. Ron Slay also in the building.
I'm in the building. Yes, indeed. Zephyr behind the glass holding it down.
What up, Zeph?
Can I give a shout out?
Yes.
Absolutely. Presented by your mama. Neil?
Shout out to the mayor for letting me and Alyssa use his Chris Stapleton tickets when they couldn't.
Oh, did y'all have fun?
Chris
Was it
Stapleton
good?
was great.
So good. I saw
Isn't
him
that
at
to
the
say
Ryman
excellent?
once, and it was unbelievable.
Like, and he's not very flashy. Like, his performance isn't flashy.
It's just
And
solid.
he doesn't talk like in between. Like, he spent his entire time singing.
I love that.
And like he even said that like right before he started. He's like, I just want to let you know that you guys came here to watch me sing. I'm not gonna talk. So let's get to it. And then just sang for 2 hours straight.
You
It was
got that
great.
voice, man.
And
I
I mean
appreciate
the
that.
the voice is like it's unreal in his songs. In person, it's even crazier.
I already
Like
know.
he can hit the stuff he can do with his voice it's nuts.
I love that y'all got to go to that.
He ended on Tennessee Whiskey, which I thought was great.
Oh, what a great finish.
Only way to end it. Well, good for you, Zeph. I'm glad you got
Glad
to
you got to
experience
go.
that big guy. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We still waiting on you to come on too, Stapleton. You out there listening? I know.
Yeah, I thought about like running down there.
You should have.
I thought about running down there and asking him, but I was like, yeah, he's probably busy.
No, you should have though.
It might have been frowned upon.
Oh, you know who I saw at the concert?
Who?
Sitting like 10 seats to my right?
Who?
Peter Skoronsky.
Skoronsky. He's a Stapleton fan.
Oh, it's one of the quality old linemen.
Yes. He's
Love
on
that.
the list.
Yes, he is. Love that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, you sent a picture. He looked big.
One thing about it, he's back healthy.
Yeah.
Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. Because remember, he lost all that weight. What was the
Appendectomy.
Appendectomy, yeah.
I
When
was
his
gonna say
Emergency
appendectomy.
appendectomy.
Emergency appendectomy.
Didn't it burst?
Yep.
Ugh.
Dude, you can
Yeah,
die
do some damage.
very
yeah.
quickly when that happens.
And I mean, he didn't lose he didn't like take a lot of time off from it. Like it knocked him out for a
No.
little for like a little bit, but he battled
Probably-
right through it.
Probably should have taken more time there, but so we Slay mentioning that he's one of the guys on the list. So Daniel Jeremiah put out the 12 players that you have to have for a successful championship foundation as an NFL team. We took his numbers. We went through offense in the 4:00 hour, and now before Chris Lowe comes on at 5:20, we're gonna hit the defensive side of the ball. Daniel Jeremiah's tweet said this: the 12 you need to build a championship foundation. 1 quarterback, 3 offensive playmakers, 3 quality offensive linemen, and then defensively, 2 pass rushers and 3 defensive playmakers. So this is kind of a fun exercise to see where the Titans fit on all of this. So let's start. Ooh, do we start with the pass rushers or defensive playmakers? Because here's the deal. You can't say, okay, Big Jeff as a pass rusher and Big Jeff as a defensive playmaker. You have to have 5 total.
Yeah.
I think we start with the playmakers.
Okay.
Because I think I would personally put Big Jeff as a playmaker.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 1, Big Jeff, no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yep, and not even a need to explain why.
No, we don't even have to.
That's what I like.
Yeah, and I think you might even be better this year too with
agreed.
scheme and what they're going to do with
Agreed.
them. Okay,
Cedric Gray. Is 1 season enough to put him in there as a defensive playmaker?
not for me.
I mean, it's quality.
We're not talking quality. We're talking playmaker, defensive
I
playmaker.
was going to see if you're going to let me slide with it.
What about Amani?
So that's 2 years
See,
up.
I don't know if I'd put Amani in there because of last year. Last year
I know.
he struggled down the stretch. After getting that contract extension, I don't know if I'd put him in there as a playmaker. If looking at a foundation of a championship level team, the base foundation, I don't know if I'd put him in there right now.
I like Cedric
think
Gray as a
that's fair.
playmaker. I'm putting Cedric Gray right
You
now.
do?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why. It'd be this is year 2, and the build from year 1 to year 2. Looking at it, played in 7 total games.
What were the numbers last year?
Yeah, last year played in 7 total games in his first year. 22 total tackles, 13 solo. Okay, cool. What are you gonna do to build upon that? Coming back, 16 games played, 164 total tackles, 97 solo, 67 assisted. 1 fumble recovery, 1 sack. I like him. I like him. I like him better.
A. Hughes in the chat said Cedric makes a lot of plays, but I don't know if he is a playmaker. That's where I kind of sit.
I'm
right
kind
now.
of feeling that right now.
But then,
too.
but then you mentioned the numbers.
Yeah,
and you're
90,
like,
90. That's almost 100 tackles on a team that was on the field living there. Like their defense. And then also think about how much they were backed up. Like they lived on the field.
They lived.
Like literally, yeah, like literally we're leasing the field.
Defense is out there a lot.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
what do you want in a playmaker? That'll be my next question. 100 tackles, 100 solo tackles, not enough?
When you think of a playmaker at linebacker, like, is tackles just the only thing that we look at?
No, absolutely
No,
not.
making plays.
Difference maker.
You got to be a playmaker.
Can disrupt the play.
Yep.
Like, what is the definition of a playmaker? This is our problem.
Yeah, a guy that
Game changer.
game changer, tilt the scale, play
Yes.
need to be made. You can
count
gonna
on
see
him
him
to
right
make
there. Yeah,
Is that him?
I think so in this bunch.
Okay.
I think so in this bunch.
Is there
I'm not talking about in this bunch, just in general, though.
But that's how we got to go on because every team is not created equal. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, because once we get, I got a reason to say that. Because once we get the pass rushers, John Franklin Myers' numbers aren't what I think they could be because of the great defense that he was on with Denver.
But
know what I
you
mean?
would put him as a pass rusher.
But he's going to be a
Yeah,
pass
yeah.
rusher. You know what I'm saying? But I thought that his numbers could be much higher, but because of everybody on that defense eating, it's a little bit different. You know what I mean? So if you put Cedric Gray on that defense with that heat-seeking missile-like behavior that he has, I think he's one of those guys. Same thing that I thought with Azeez Al-Shaair. I thought he's a playmaker.
Yeah.
I thought both of them are similar. I thought him and Gray were similar.
I'd agree with that.
And you see what Azeez is with Houston. As much as Will,
Why is there not more love for Cedric Gray? Just because this team was so bad?
that's the defense. Like they out there too long.
The only knock is the way he got all those tackles. They were out there a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. And listen, he made the plays that came to him.
Absolutely.
I give him that. But they were out there a lot.
that's okay. So that's the difference. I think he didn't make the plays again. I think he went out and
You
made
think
the
he
plays.
went out? You think he went out? And,
Yeah, I think he made
and
plays, too.
stood out.
Yep. But it's always going to be easy to point out on a bad team,
Right.
like things that you're missing. You know what I'm saying? If everybody's doing their job, then
Then you're not a bad team.
you know that's the other part. And you don't have those opportunities. You have more opportunities to make those game tilting plays. You know what I mean?
Okay, moving off of Cedric Gray, is there someone in the secondary you would put as a playmaker?
Alontae Taylor to me.
So this is a very interesting conversation with Alontae, with
Flott.
with Flott.
Yep.
You got British there.
Take your time. Slow down, Babs. It's going to be okay.
Why does his
Bro,
name come off
It's going to
weird?
be all right. It's going to be all right. Because there's a lot going on. Flott.
Yes. So free agent pickups there. I
So,
mean,
I think you got four guys.
You're all up on Alontae, but
I like Alontae.
I love the Alontae addition, but from a numbers standpoint, from an eye test standpoint, like, is he the number one guy?
I don't
is he
remember-
the playmaker?
I don't remember games when I watched New Orleans, and I only watched like 4 or 5 games, but it was never a game that I watched and said he didn't stand out. Oh, there go Alontae again. That's what I continue to say. Whether
Okay.
that was him coming off the edge, him rushing the quarterback, whether him getting out there in coverage, like
Breaking up a pass, make the tackle.
And I'm
What do
okay
you
with the
think,
pushback
Zach?
on it. If it
You
was
probably
a-
watched way more Alontae than we did.
Out of those two, out of Flott and Alontae, I definitely lean Alontae Taylor. Again, I don't know. It just depends on what your definition of playmaker is. Because I don't necessarily know if Alontae Taylor and Cordell
I'm
Flott
telling you
are
what it is.
like.
You got to get game changers that tilt the scale.
Mm-hmm.
Remember
Does he
when
tilt the scale?
Tennessee played Cincinnati? A game changer on that defense, Mike Hilton. It's a game changer.
For the Titans, he absolutely does tilt the scale because of what they didn't have in that room last year.
But that doesn't necessarily mean a defensive playmaker.
This is hard. Defense is a lot harder than offense.
It is.
Because you can't. It's a lot harder to measure like success on defense.
What I do
because-
believe they have, though, is they have a lot of quality potential. Like, it's a lot
Maybe
of guys.
not necessarily somebody you could put as a defensive playmaker.
Right
It's
now.
certainly not how we just throw
If it
Jeff on
wasn't-
there and end of conversation.
If it wasn't for Amani's year last year, he would be on there.
God, he struggled then.
Yep, that was a hurtful year. Amani has the potential. Kevin Winston, we know, has the potential. Alontae Taylor, if you don't want to put him there, definitely has the potential. Flott, I don't know much about Flott. So I did like what Marcus Harris could do. But all of these guys are potential.
But yeah, they're not. You would never put them
They
as
stamp.
a defensive playmaker stamp right now.
So if we don't want to put Cedric Gray on there, does that mean we only got Big Jeff as a playmaker, defensive?
Would you put Cedric Gray on there? Ask Russ.
Ross, would you put Cedric Gray as a defensive playmaker for the Titans? He says yes. Okay, so 2. We'll say 2.
Okay.
And then a question mark with Alontae Taylor, Amani Hooker potential to slide up into that 3rd.
But we say 2.
Yeah, Winston Jr., like, it's plenty of them that can be the 3rd.
So pass rusher.
Pass rusher, Franklin Myers.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. And he's not going to be your traditional pass rusher with the like high double-digit sack numbers and all that, but he's going to be a disruptor on that offensive line or defensive line. Sorry, can he play offensive line? Does he want to go play guard?
Maybe try to get him over.
Maybe.
But he's going to be a disruptor, especially under Coach Saleh and that system that they run up front. Who's the second one? If you're not putting Jeff, if you're putting Jeff as a
He's a defensive playmaker.
Yep.
Who are you putting at the number 2 for that pass rusher?
You need Jermaine Johnson to be it, but he's not that yet. Not over his resume the last couple years. Solomon Thomas, you need him to be that.
But
guy.
I wouldn't put him in that.
right
I wouldn't put him in there.
I think
Yeah,
you
you
only
can't
have
put
one
him in
there.
there. You only got one.
I wouldn't put Femi. You definitely can't put Falk if you're not going to put any of the other rookies.
You
So
only got one.
They only have one.
Jalen Harrell has some potential, but you only got one.
So we're saying on defense, out of the 5 positions, they have 3.
Yep.
Which means in total they have.
That kind of makes me sad because in my mind it was
Felt like it
more.
was way more. It felt like we was hovering right there
I'm
on
like,
the.
this defense is going to be nasty this year. And then when you like kind of break it down. I mean, they still could be, but then when you break it down, if you're talking about a championship foundation,
Yeah.
you don't have that.
Yeah.
So 7 of 12 total is what we came up with.
Yep.
Yep. Which, to be honest,
That's bad from where you were.
is in a really if we're correct on it, the team is in a really good position compared to where they were 2 years ago having to build.
Yeah, because you got a lot of guys that can step into these voids that we send up and name.
There's a lot of potential.
A whole lot of potential,
That's
a whole
the
lot of opportunity.
scariest word ever.
Yep.
Potential.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you have so much potential.
And so the potential, that's where the coaching staff comes in. Can you pull that out of your players? Can you
Right.
put them in a
Agreed.
position to draw out that potential and prove that they can play as one of these high quality playmaker type players, and that you brought them here for a reason, and
James
that you put
said
this
Solomon
together.
Thomas is a number 3 draft pick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
I said
years.
that.
That was
Yeah.
years ago.
I brought that up. Like these are all the guys potentially that could fill that. Listen, I'll go back to the same thing I said when we first got on. This was 5 years ago. The Titans is still the land of opportunity.
Yeah.
Like you have an opportunity to come in and fill one of these voids as a player, a free agent, a draftee, undrafted, whatever it is. All you want is opportunity to prove yourself. This is what the Titans are. If you got 7 of the 12, and we pushed that by saying Cedric Gray was on there, and
Definitely pushed
you
it,
know what
yeah.
I mean? Like we pushed that. We pushed that to the limit. So you could easily say 6 of the 12.
Yeah.
So half of the playmaking positions for a successful foundation for your franchise are open. That's all you want.
And the other point of this exercise is this is not like, okay, if you have the 12, yeah, you should be competing for a Super Bowl. This is no, do you have the minimum to go out there and just
Foundation,
be
yeah.
a competitive team? You still need a lot more other than these 12 pieces. I mean, there's 53 guys on a roster.
Yeah.
11 guys play on one side of the ball at one time. You need a lot more in this 12. This is just, do you have the first layer that you need to build on top of? Titans are almost there, but they're not there yet.
Not there yet. Yep. That's totally fair. Also, it's, what's the word? Subjective.
Yeah, I mean,
Because we can sit here and say, oh, yeah, defensive playmaker, definitely Big Jeff, but we put Cedric Gray in there. Is there anybody else nationally that would put Cedric Gray in there? Probably
not.
Yeah.
But they'll also be thinking about, like you said at the beginning, they'll be thinking nationally and comparing them to the what's our guy that went to Seattle and won the Super Bowl, Ernest Jones.
Yeah.
They'll be comparing them to people like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You'd
Yeah.
be like,
Jack Campbell with the Lions.
yeah, like no, give me one of them. So
Yes. I like this quote from Caleb Bell in the chat. Saleh's scheme will create playmakers. Now we have competent play callers.
I don't go against that.
I don't disagree with that. Yeah. All right, we'll switch gears, talk a little college sports with Chris Lowe after the break. Chris Lowe from On3 joins us live here on 3HL.
What's happening, good people? Welcome back into 3HL right here on 104.5 The Zone. Rocking and rolling
Tupac
with us, man.
Tuesday.
This Tupac Tuesdays is what you always going to get, man. And what you also going to get is a good rundown from our guy when it comes to anything. And I mean that. Anything. Football, college related. Man, the man don't miss. CeeLo, Chris Lowe of On 3, right here to jump in with us and keep us up to breast on what's going on, of how people are living. On 3 Senior Insider. Chris Lowe joins us right now.
What up, CeeLo?
What's happening, CeeLo? Talk to us, man. Spring meetings cranked up. You got all the sports down there, all these egos, all these personalities under one roof being led by the general, the godfather himself, Greg Sankey. What's shaking out there?
The general. I like the Godfather moniker.
Yeah, that's him, man.
That's a good one. I don't know that he would like it. I don't know if Greg.
I don't think he would like it.
Guess what though, CeeLo? I remember it was I think my first year here with 3HL. We went down to SEC Media Days, and I was new to it, so I don't know what to ask. Babs, and you're asking the questions. I'm like, when it get to me, I'm like, man, I don't even know what to ask, but one of my favorite movies is The Godfather, and you're kind of like The Godfather, Greg. And he didn't lean into it, but I think I might bring that back up to him this year just to see if he says.
Going way back, back when the BCS was first created, which was back when the dinosaurs were on the earth. Tennessee actually was the first BCS national champion in '98.
Yeah, I've been holding on to it.
Remember Roy Kramer, or late departed Roy Kramer's the one that created it. I think he was referred to as the Godfather of the BCS because he's the one that created it. Boy, I tell you what, I've thought of Roy a lot over the last year or so. I thought about him this week when we just see all these, behemoths like butting heads and presidents. I saw Jerry Moorhead from Georgia came out today and said it's the state of college athletics is worse than it's ever been. Mm-hmm. You got all the who wants 24 playoff, who wants 16, who doesn't. You got teams. I saw Kyle Whittingham told me this spring. I saw someone else one up him and say that they think by 27 there'll be 10 to 15 football teams that have rosters over $50 million.
That's nuts. It's just not sustainable, is it?
No, and I mean, I don't know. People, I mean, there'll be some schools that can do that. A handful, maybe 8, 9. I don't know. But what's going to happen is there ain't going to be any men's tennis. There ain't going to be any track and field.
We're already seeing it.
Soccer. So there's no way to continue at that rate. And I don't know that anybody. What gets me, guys, is you hear some in college athletics, some administrators, some ADs say we got to get Congress to help us. Hey, you're going to keep waiting for a long time, man. I don't think Congress is going to fix this.
Right.
Presidents and chancellors have to step up and figure out a way to come up with some answers. I saw where Kirby Smart said, listen, and Sankey has sort of hinted at this, nothing's going to be done to enforce the rules that were created by the schools. I love when people, bitch, excuse my language, but complain about the NCAA rules. Well, guess who created the rules?
Yeah.
The membership schools.
No.
Yeah.
And if they're not going to be enforced, then we'll break out and do our own thing, have our own governance, our own regulations. I mean, is there enough interest in the SEC to play just each other and have their own playoff? I don't hope we don't get to that point, but I do think in football, I still think we're headed in some way, shape, or form. I've told you guys this for years, a break from the NCAA. And I don't know how many teams, the Big Ten, the SEC, maybe a few other teams. I don't know what that number is, and they will do their own thing. They'll have their own playoff, their own governance, their own commissioner, their own way to pay players model. If it's a collective bargaining model, I don't know. But I just don't see any other way around it. It's just
sad.
Because right now, I'd be 24 teams in the playoff. I get the arguments on both sides, but it really does seem like it's going to be more of an invitational than it is a real playoff. And people say, well, they do it in basketball, they do it in the NFL. Well, guess what? College football is not basketball. It's not the NFL. It's always been different. It's always been unique and different parts of the country and different schedules and different conferences and different fan bases. And if you get to 24, and rest assured this, if you get to 24, it ain't stopping there.
Nope.
It's not stopping there. You know, Slay, you and I might be hanging out at the beach at Pawleys Island when we're 70 years old, but it will go from 24 to 32 to wherever.
Yep.
It's going to keep growing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we've seen that. We've seen it with the hoops tournament.
Yep.
But that's my big is more fan bases will be engaged. They get all that. You know, if you're Illinois or South Carolina or you're Vandy or whomever, Tennessee, and you've got 3 losses going to November in a 2014 playoff, well, yeah, you're going to be more engaged because you still got a shot.
Mm-hmm.
But boy, you know, maybe I'm wrong on this one. It just, to me, at that point, it really does seem like a year-end invitational that doesn't play off.
So you guys at On3 polled all the SEC ADs, and where did they kind of fall when it came to Sankey's proposals?
Yeah, two of the 16 did want to throw a number out there.
Okay.
All of them want more. All of them but one would like to see expansion in some way, shape, or form. I think 8 of the ones who responded said 24, 4 said 16, 1 said 20.
Oh my gosh, it's all over the board.
1 said 12. Coaches all want more teams. I mean, every one of them. But you know, every school and every coach, it's not the same. I mean, if you're Georgia, think about it, if you're Georgia or Texas, probably Alabama, you're going to be if it's 24, you're going to be in the playoff every single year, right?
Right.
If you're Tennessee, if you're South Carolina, if you're Ole Miss, if you're Arkansas, I mean, there's LSU. LSU didn't make it last year.
Yeah.
If it's 16, most years you're going to be in, but not every year. So I think if you polled, who's been the most honest coach in all this is Mike Elko. He said, listen,
it's not surprising.
He said, if you're going to poll the coaches what we want, let's have 40 teams in it. We don't want to get fired. You don't want to go through every 2 years and fire half this conference. But are you really doing what's best for the sport if you continue to increase the number of the teams? Because then, you want to sort of make it hard to still get into the playoff. There's still some penal action. If look at Ole Miss 2 years ago. Ole Miss had a great football team 2 years ago, great on defense. But they lost at home to Kentucky, a bad loss.
Mm-hmm.
Only game Kentucky won all year in the SEC. Then you should be penalized for that loss. In 24, you're not. At 24 teams, you're not. Games like, I don't know, the kick 6 in 2013. That's an epic game, right? An epic game. Dawn, wouldn't you say so, Dawn?
Yes. It lives on.
Bama didn't go that year. Now, it was a 14 playoff, so it was a different era then. But now, if that game happens in a 2014 playoff, yeah, it's a great ending, but it didn't really mean anything, right? Both teams are going.
I hate that.
I just think those types of games, and I heard Sankey say this today, and I think I said it to you guys earlier. We're going to get to the point, just like we do in the NFL, if there's 24, when you're Ohio State and you're 11-0, and you roll in, not necessarily the Michigan game, but maybe the game before Michigan. You're playing Minnesota or Rutgers or somebody like that. You're 11-0, and Julian Saint, your quarterback, a lot of wear and tear, got a little bit of a sore foot. You're really good. You're probably going. You're already a 29-point favorite. He's not going to play. You're going to sit him out and play your second-team quarterback. Well, some guy that lives in Marysville, Ohio, who's 3 generations of an Ohio State fan, who makes $70,000 a year, is going to take all 3 of his kids.
Yeah.
And they're going to go to that game. They're going to pay $200 a pop. You're going to get a hotel because it's a night game. Although Marysville's close enough, you probably wouldn't have to. And starting quarterback's not going to play.
Yeah. That's tough.
That's going to happen. There's always unintended consequences, but that type of thing will happen with 24 teams in it.
That's going to be tough. Low with.
It'd be like going to see Tennessee back in 2000, 2001 and Slater play.
Well, they better know that ACL just happened because that's the only way they was keeping me off the floor. CeeLo. Hey, CeeLo, when you look at the elder statesmen, the longest tenured guys, like those guys are gone, and just talking about football specifically in this one, you got guys like Kalen DeBoer, Mike Elko, Jeff Levy, you got Golish, Summerall, Silverfield, all these guys, Kiffin trading places. Kiffin being one of those longest tenured guys in a sense now, just moving from Ole Miss to LSU. But Kirby, probably being the guy with Stoops gone, is it a voice in there that, you know what I mean, that you hear now? I guess you could throw basketball in there if you talk about Cal and Rick Barnes. If they have it, I couldn't imagine them not having anything to say about football, scheduling or anything too. But who's the voice for this group now? With no more Saban or anything, who are they leaning on now?
Well, I think it's Kirby. I think Kirby's the guy that carries the loudest voice.
Yeah.
He's done it. He's done it at a high level. People respect. You know how many championships he's won. His consistency, and he's a guy that's about as SEC as it gets, right? He played in the SEC. He was an all-conference player in the SEC. He was an assistant coach forever at Alabama and was at LSU for a year or two with Nick. Kirsten has been at Georgia now for, I guess this is his, 11th year? It's hard to believe, man. This is his 11th year as head coach. So he would probably be the guy. I know David Cutcliffe just stepped aside from his role, but I always thought David was a voice of knowledge and wisdom. He was one of the guys I think that Sankey had leaned on pretty good, but David's one of those guys who's been around the league forever. So there's not, you're right though, Slade, there's not a lot of those guys in the league anymore who've been around. Lanes came to Ole Miss in 2000. So I guess as far as guys that
it was that long ago.
Yeah,
have been around the longest.
Moly.
He'd probably be second to Kirby, unless I'm sort of going through the list here. Unless I'm forgetting somebody.
No, I
But,
think you're right. Yeah.
There's just not a lot of those guys, and it's changed so much. I mean, the climate has changed, and with NIL and the portal, and looks like we're going to go to 5 to play 5. I think most coaches support that. That seems to make a lot of sense. To me, that's a bigger deal in basketball than it is in football. But that's that way. If you have a bad injury and you can't play 1 year, you can still play. I mean, think about a guy like Zakai Ziegler.
Right.
He would be able to play because he was not going to play an NBA most likely was never going to play. But he could play the 5th year at Tennessee, and now that you can get paid, he could have made another. I don't know what Zakai was making. I'm sure he was making 7 figures or close. But you can do that. You could play another year, and even this year, a guy like Okpara, could have come back and played. I don't know. Did he sit out a year at Ohio State? I don't know if he did.
I think we're not. No, I think he played. I think he played all of them. But
and it just makes it. It just gives you some more wiggle room. If you do have a bad injury, or if you're not a pro player, and you want to come back and play a 5th year, you can. I think it just, that to me is a bigger deal in basketball than it is in football. But no, I think we all hope it gets figured out. I'm never going to be one of those people who wags my finger and says, I'm not going to watch it anymore.
Right.
I'm sick of this. We all love the product, right? Hoops, football. But I just hope we don't screw it up. I hope we don't get it to the point to where it changes so much. And the arguments that I don't like are, well, football, they do it in the NFL, or they do it and look at the NCAA basketball tournament. Well, it's not the NCAA basketball tournament. It's not the NFL. It never was supposed to be. And that's why I like, I love the fact that we still see Ohio State play Texas in the non-conference season. I love the fact that games in November matter. I love the fact that if you lose a game and you're not supposed to win, you know what? It could keep you from going. I mean, Notre Dame was a really good football team last year when it ended. I was with Marcus Freeman a few weeks ago, and I told him, you guys are playing as well as anybody. But we talked about the playoff, and Notre Dame decided not to go to the bowl. But guess what? They lost 2 games to open the season against the 2 best teams they played, Miami and Texas A&M, well, they played their way to the cusp of the playoff in 12. They didn't make it in. They didn't get in. In 24, those two games don't matter.
Yeah, you're right.
You know,
Win your
they
games.
should
Make
matter.
sure every game matters.
Yeah, they should matter. Alabama 2 years ago were upset they didn't get in, you know, and they didn't get in with, you know, they had some good wins. DeBoer's first year. And they go next to the last game of the season and go play a bad Oklahoma team on the road and get beat 3 touchdowns. Yeah. Well, guess what? You had your chance right then to get in. You didn't get it done.
Sure did.
And you could say that, you know, about a lot of teams, you know, over the years. I just hope we don't get to the point where it's just all about inclusivity. And obviously the more money, the more teams, probably the more money, different TV contracts. You know, the funny thing is ESPN would love to see it stay at 12.
Right.
And, you know, so there's just a lot of different forces. My very first point when you guys asked me, there are a lot of different forces out there, you know, that I don't think any of them are really working in concert here to try to get it fixed. You know, everybody's sort of got their own agenda of what they want, what they don't want. And meanwhile, we're flying. I love how we fly, and this is, you know, a different tangent. You fly kids from the Pacific Northwest over to, you know, Rutgers or whatever, and play a basketball game or a baseball game, and then fly back. I always say that the whole phrase, well, the student athlete well-being.
The
well-being of the student athlete.
Yeah.
Clearly that went by the wayside.
When's the last time you've heard a coach or anybody? Every once in a while, Dabo, when I was at Dabo a few weeks ago, he talked about graduation rates. I wonder what the graduation rates are like now that when kids start playing at 3 different schools.
Yeah.
You don't hear much about that.
No, you don't. I don't even know if that used to be one of the focal points when you go sit down in somebody's living room.
Right.
Talk about
that used to be a selling point.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, I don't know if that. I don't know how high that is up on the priority.
I bet
list
it's
now.
not even discussed in half of the recruiting visits nowadays.
Yeah.
No, I mean, how much? What's my deal? But you know, I am not one of those who says if a kid wants to leave and go somewhere and better himself. Let's take Bishop Boswell for instance. Who played at Tennessee last year. I think Bishop made around $300,000.
Yep.
Something like that. Which I'm not thumbing my nose. That's a heck of a lot more than Ron Slay made when he was in college.
Damn.
Unless you count all the under the table.
Legally. Legally.
But let's continue with Bishop. Bishop gets a chance to go to Maryland.
Yeah.
And he's going to make $2 million a year. Or right at it.
Yep.
Now,
that's
he was not a
life-changing
great
money.
He was not a great scorer.
Nope.
Heck of a defender, played hard, was a piece of the puzzle. He was never going to get that at Tennessee. His role was probably going to be diminished somewhat. But he's got a chance to go. And I get people talk about loyalty and where you're going to come back to. You know, if Bishop's my son and he says, Dad, I got a chance to go play in the Big Ten and make $2 million.
And start.
And start. Yeah, assuming, if you're going to pay him $2 million, sure he's going to start.
Right.
But Bishop, and this is not dissing Bishop Boswell, he's never going to play in the NBA.
No.
You know, he's never going to have a chance to make a lot of money in the NBA.
Right.
But as a 19 or 20-year-old kid, he can go make $2 million. It's just hard for me, if I'm going to lie my head down on the pillow and think I'm telling the truth, to say it's wrong for a kid to have with the system being. Don't blame the kid, blame the system.
There you go.
Absolutely.
There you go. Yep.
You know, and so I use him as an example of that. I think Tennessee's going to be better off who they brought in. But you know what? Bishop Boswell is going to be better off because he's going to get a chance to go make a ton of money.
Sure is. You're exactly right, CeeLo. Hit that on the head. Yeah, continue.
And there were several like that on Tennessee's basketball team this year. And I give Rick Barnes and his staff credit. They had a just again to use Tennessee basketball as an example. They had a value on each player, what they felt like they were worth, and we're going to stick to those figures. And we're not going to overpay because I think they knew they were going to be able to pay more money this year than they did last year. And he knew what he wanted to do as far as bringing in guys who could score, and they were not going to go past that. But also, and I've talked to Rick about it, and he doesn't have any ill will against those kids. You know, Estrella, Boswell, Amari Evans. I think he'd have liked to have had them all back in a perfect world, but they weren't going to. They weren't in his mind or in that staff's mind. Weren't going to overpay. But I also don't think it gives any of us a right to say, well, this guy's a traitor or this guy went for the money. I mean, how many people don't go for that kind of money?
Yeah.
I mean, if you can make,
I'd go for the money. That's life-changing money.
Yeah, for a 19, 20-year-old kid.
Yeah.
So again, it's where we are in college sports. I'm not saying I like it. I'm not saying it's ideal. It's hard emotionally to really sink your teeth into a team now because it changes year to year to year. You can't watch kids grow in a program and grow with each other.
Yeah.
Those are, to me, all collateral damage. Yeah. But until somebody comes up with an idea of how to fix it all and bring some kind of uniformity and not have to go to court and get sued, because that's ultimately where all these things land, right? You know, we better grit our teeth and learn to love it when we watch them on Wednesday night and Saturday night and Saturdays in the fall in football.
Only one making money when you go to court is the lawyers. All right, CeeLo. We appreciate you. There he is, Chris Lowe from On3 Sports.
See you guys.
Yeah, we'll hit some of this college baseball with you next week.
Look forward to it.
Thanks, CeeLo.
All right, Lo.
There you go. Quick break, then we'll wrap up this Tuesday edition of 3HL.
Welcome back in to 3HL right here on 104.5 The Zone. What's good, people? We appreciate you hanging in there, staying with us, and y'all made it through the show, man. Last segment for you guys before we send you on your way and sit back and reflect on everything that we talked about. CeeLo hit on some great points. Chris Lowe on 3. Go follow him at CeeLo, at CeeLo FB. On 3 senior writer. Always got some great stories breaking. Had one in there with him being down there at senior meetings. Not senior meetings, spring meetings. I was thinking of Kirby Smart, but they got a great article about Kirby Smart. Got one on Mike Elko. He's going to keep it loaded. So Kewan Lacey is another one that he has. So it's going to be some good stuff.
The senior veteran coaches left in the SEC.
That's right. That is right.
Kirby is king.
Yes, he is, holding it down. He is the voice that not just matters, but you're going to recognize in a room.
Let me ask you this. Like,
What up?
is Kirby unlikable? Or is it just because they win?
You know what? I thought Kirby was unlikable.
I don't think he is.
You don't think he's likable?
I mean, he has his moments. I don't think he's unlikable.
No, I don't either. I actually like Kirby.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean.
Like, the only reason, as a fan, I would dislike him if it's not my team because they win.
Yeah.
You know?
But
as far as, like you can flat out not like Lane Kiffin.
Yeah.
Like, he does so much.
Totally agree.
Now, I mean, like, the timeout, whatever,
Yeah,
we did have that little issue with Curb.
Yeah. But I think Kirby, what you get with him is he's straightforward. Ain't no filter to him. He actually, I feel like, tells it like it is.
I agree.
So, outside of
And I feel his passion.
every time.
Like, I feel his passion for winning.
Mm-hmm.
I feel his passion for his teams.
Yep. His players, all that.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I do think they got to do something about the job.
I don't think he's necessarily a punchable face in the SEC.
No,
Did we have that conversation? Who's the most punchable coach in the SEC?
Yep. I think it was. Did we say Lane?
I think we said Lane. And then I was like, oh, let's take Lane out of it because that's a no-brainer.
Yeah, that's everybody's punchable face.
Yeah.
I did like my guy Shane,
maybe
man.
we'll revisit that.
We should ask the guys.
Yeah.
Ask the coaches down there. Who has the most punchable?
I think we did ask them. Oh, no, it was the who would win in a fight.
Yeah.
Who would you take on your team in a fight?
That may be
Head
one of the
coaches.
Boom Boom Room questions this year.
That'd be a good one. Write it down.
Yes.
I like it. All right.
I have a bingo card submission.
What?
Go ahead.
Since we haven't done it since Mayor's not been here. It's I don't do bubbles.
I like them.
That's Slay.
That's Slay.
You might have to do bubble on Friday
You don't
if
do
you're going to
bubbles.
watch the Titans.
Because
Because it's going to rain again.
I know. It's going to be steamy in the it's steamy in bubbles.
Oh, it's steamy.
I like it. I got Jolly Ranchers right here, though. Put my Jolly Ranchers in my
Just
lunch
bring a
box.
whole bag.
I ordered them.
Oh, you did?
Off Amazon. I got like 200 of them.
Nice.
All cherry.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, all cherry.
There's Slay for you. We are so glad you're with us. Guess what? The head of the show, the driver,
Yes.
Mr. Mayor.
Come on back, Yoram.
Yes, he will be back with us tomorrow. But until then, we certainly appreciate you listening. We do not take that lightly, nor do we take that for granted. 3HL is organized chaos, and we appreciate you. So good night. God bless.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be unless you were getting a shout out to Cool Babs.
Your mom and them.
Yeah, hold on.